Hey, what's up, guys? Luca here for a impromptu stream. We are going over Demon Souls because I recently got the platinum. Okay, and everyone else here, for the most part, has beat the game. I say it for the most part because Salty hasn't beaten it yet, but he's really close. And Erica and AV are in their new game plus cycles. So Erica's just starting new game plus. AV is like, yeah, I'm getting my cheeks slapped, paused.
Getting bodied.
So, yeah, man, we're gonna get into it. But what's up, Gafgarian? What's up, Lina? What's up, Hannibal? Yeah, it sucks because like I really wanted to watch Hustle stream, but he waited until 6:59 p.m. to actually start playing the game. He was just kind of like,
man, he planned it that way.
He was like, somehow I forgot to install the game. I thought I installed it 2 weeks ago, Luca. And I'm just like, okay. Then he was sitting in the settings, like, I'm just gonna go ahead fiddle with the settings. Da 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 da. I'm like, bro, you're fucking joking, right? Like, this man knows we're going live, and he's just like, I'm just gonna wait till Erica and Luca are out of here. Okay, I'm gonna wait till they're out of here.
Man was stalling, man. He had it planned out.
He was stalling.
I was like, this man hasn't even started yet. Yep.
So yeah, what's up, Racer? Let's see here. Racer says the guy that downvoted this before it started missed the platinum on the first playthrough, as he probably did. What's up, Fnatic? What up, Blade X? What's up, guys? Listen, I have to slander. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA to slander people. I can't help myself. Okay. So yeah, man. It is a nice evening. I'm so happy to have you guys here. I have Salty here. Go ahead, Salty.
Yo, what's up? It's good to be here. I just ate, so I'm kind of in that coma. I had a big ass Mexican meal, so we're doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, AV.
What's good? Appreciate you having me on. I'm excited to talk about some Demon Souls with people who actually play the game. So,
yeah.
Erica,
Luca, my co-op buddy.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
Here. I had to be here. You already know.
Of course. What's up, Donnell? Donnell. Yeah. Okay. Let me know how I say your name, buddy. Guys know I struggle with my reading comprehension skills. Okay. What's up, Carl? Man, but Demon Souls, what an experience this was. So I think we should talk about how we went into it in regards to our familiarity with the Souls games, right? So I'm someone who has played all of the Souls games. I've played and beat all of the Souls games, right? Minus Demon Souls, except for now. So I beat Dark Souls 1 twice. I beat Dark Souls 2. I beat Dark Souls 3 like 5 or 6 times, right?
Damn.
I beat Bloodborne twice. I tried Sekiro, but then I got sucked into Destiny 2, so I never beat that one. And, when I heard that they were doing a remake for Demon Souls, I was really hyped because it's like I had tried Demon Souls initially on my PlayStation 3, and I was just like, I can't do it, man. I just can't do it with this frame rate. So I waited, and Bluepoint announced it, and I got my PlayStation 5 solely for Demon Souls. And thankfully, we are the rare few, the 4 of us here, because we were actually able to get a system, in comparison to everyone else.
Very lucky.
Okay, Donnell. Okay, got it. What's up, Talus? What's up, the Ravenflow? Yes, so we were able to actually get the system, and more importantly, we are people who've been talking about this game, and we've actually played it and beaten it, or gotten close to beating it, in comparison to other people in the community. Shade. So, I think I'll go with Salty first. Salty, tell me your experience with the Souls games, and what made you get into Demon Souls?
All right, so my experience with it, I got in kind of late. I think it was when Dark Souls became back compat on Xbox One, and my buddy's like, "Have you ever tried these games?" And I'm like, "No, I think they're too hard for me." He's like, "Well, we can co-op this together." I didn't know anything about it, and then we played it together, the Dark Souls 1, and I got hooked, man. Like, we went through it, we beat it. I went back and played it. Then I did Dark Souls 2, then 3, and then I played everything like the games, like Ashen. I played all kinds of shit like The Surge, anything that was like it. I played it. Bloodborne, I platted that. Eventually, when I got the PlayStation 4, played and beat Sekiro, and the last one was Demon Souls. And I never watched people play this thing because, at the time I didn't have a PlayStation. I wasn't interested in these type of games. But when I did tune into it, it was always dark as hell, right? I couldn't tell what was going on. Frame rate was bad, so I didn't really watch people play it, so I didn't know what to expect going into it. But when I saw the trailer for this game, I was like, "Whoa, shit!" You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I can't wait to play this on PlayStation 5. But I don't think I was prepared to go into this because based off of the other games, because I thought it was going to be like a Souls experience. Yeah. And it was not that. I'm sure we'll get into it, but each game has its different thing, right? It's different setup. Like Dark Souls is different from Bloodborne, is different from Sekiro, et cetera, right? They're not all the same. They have different things you got to learn. And the learning curve sometimes is a little bit, it's like either in the beginning or the end, or you got to learn different things about the game to get through it. And like Demon Souls is really different than Dark Souls, than Bloodborne. You guys know that, right? Like it's not the same, even though it looks the same. Like if I'm watching it, I see a knight with a sword and a shield and there's enemies and you're doing your thing. It looks like you might think you're playing Dark Souls, but it's structurally way different,
Yeah,
so.
Definitely.
Yep.
All right, Erica.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Souls history. Okay, so I started with Bloodborne, 2015, first Souls, and then beat it twice, I believe, 3 times, something like that. And then I went on to Dark Souls 2, which is kind of crazy. Went there, then went to 1, then to 3, and then of course Sekiro. And I've played a lot of Souls like you, Salty. Like I've played Code Vein. Stuff like that. Yeah, Death. What's it called? Death's Gambit, Salt and Sanctuary. Just different. Anything that was Souls like, I had to have it. So I've been on this Souls trip for like a long time, ever since Bloodborne. I just fell in love. I love this series. I love the lore, dude. Luca, I just listened to like a 40-minute video about the lore of Demon Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking wild. It's wild. So I'm like hooked on this one now. So yeah, Demon Souls. I did not play the original. I was going to, but man, those graphics and like going back after playing like Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, I was like, I don't know if I can go back on these graphics. Like I was really trying to like put myself up, but then I kept hearing rumors about it being remastered or remade. So I was like, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to hold out. I'm going to wait because these rumors, they just do not stop. And thankfully it happened. So I did play it. And yeah, like you said, we're lucky we got PS5s. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my history. I don't know if you want more than that, but
that's good. That's good.
We're going to talk about the game, we're going to talk about it. But yeah, I'm excited.
All right, what up, AV?
What's
Ryan,
up?
Did I send you a link, Ryan? Hold on. No, I did send him a link. I don't know where he is. So, anyway, yeah, Avi, tell me your history of the Souls games. Tell me how you got into it. Everything.
All right. You guys have heard of a game called Dragon's Dogma from Capcom?
Yes.
So I was looking for a game kind of similar around like 2014-ish, and like your game where you can create a character, you can carry whatever weapon you want, great sword and shield, bow and arrow, and this was right before Dark Souls 2 came out. So then people will say, "Oh, try Dark Souls." You know what I mean? So Dark Souls 2 was coming out pretty soon. Ended up pre-ordering, buying it. Absolutely loving the game. I beat Dark Souls 2 like 3 or 4 times. Dark Souls 3 like 5 times. Dark Souls 1 twice. I beat Bloodborne once. I didn't beat Sekiro. I'm not gonna lie. That game destroyed me, man.
It's tough to go with it from Souls to that, right?
I got stuck on the owl, and then that's it. I stopped because I was just getting absolutely destroyed in that game. You cannot play that game like a Souls game.
Oh, that's definitely a stopping point.
Yeah.
I won't mention how many times I died to the final boss. It took me days, dude. Days to beat the final boss.
It took me a week and a half to beat Jinichiro Ashina the first time, dude. I was just I actually love the game, but I just like, dude, I can't beat this game. It just got absolutely bodied. But yeah, I just started playing from Dark Souls 2. From there on out, I tried, old school Dark Souls 1 with the terrible frame rate, went to Dark Souls 3 on Xbox One. play the shit out of the game, beat like 4 or 5 times. I'm huge into PvP, so like
Oh, okay, that's a great perspective to have here. Then.
yeah, like so like after I beat it a couple of times, I'm huge on like strength builds, so I just just one hit people. At Pontiff, after you beat the first boss at Pontiff, and you just go, all the red signs go there, and just start picking people. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I fell in love with the game with Dark Souls 2, and then from there on out, just been a huge fan of it.
All right, very cool, very cool. What's up, Ryan? What's up? Let's see here. Carl says, I'm so glad I was able to get my PlayStation 5 day one. I haven't had an issue yet. Fingers crossed, man. What's up, Regis? Shout out to Lino saying pure black 4-2 new game +1 ain't no joke plus no protection spells. Have fun with those red skeletons, buddy.
Bro, I have a story about pure black because I didn't know about it. So in 4-1, the skeleton, the area. I heard that's a good place to farm. So I was relatively early in the game, and I was like, I was used to the Souls situation where you could summon, you don't have ramifications for dying. I died too much or whatever, and I turned my world pure black, and I got invaded by this dude with a katana. I forgot his name. He one-shots you off the jump, right? He's waiting. So I have red skeletons in my world. I'm getting just wrecked, right? And then finally I get invaded. The guy kills me because he's like this weird build. He kills me, emotes on my body. I spawn in, and there's a guy waiting by the skeleton and just runs at me, one-shots me. Boom. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, okay, maybe that was a player. Or maybe that, I spawn in again. Same dude's waiting there, runs, kills me. Boom, boom. I do this for like hours trying to beat this guy. I thought I lost my character because I was like, there's no way I'm going to beat this guy because you get one shot off of here. I can't even get out of spawn. I can't summon people because I put my sign down. So finally, I talked to Wooly and I was like, dude, I need to try to summon you. So I've got the spell where you can like cloak yourself with magic or whatever. So you can like, you put this like cloak where you can't see him. I put the thief ring on so he couldn't hear me, and I inched up, put my sign out, summoned Wooly, and somehow I beat this guy. But I almost lost my character because I didn't know about like world tendency and all this other crap. So that's another thing. Like with this game, like you come into it, that's different. Like that's not part of any of the other games, So
That's funny.
What's up, Rob Doc? Let's see here. Demon Souls has special items that you can find that actually impact boss battles heavily. It's pretty dope. Yes, I can agree with that. What's up, Ryan?
The tendency thing. Can I just comment on that too? Because this is the same area. Remember, Luca, when you co-op with me?
I came into Erica's world.
Tell the story.
Okay, so me and Erica are like, hanging out. We're playing the game together, right? So I come into Erica's world, and I'm like, Erica, what the hell is that fucking what's that red skeleton doing here? I was shook. I was like, what is going on?
She's I'm like all nonchalant, like, oh, that's just the guy. He's been there. Like I didn't realize that was not common, like that shouldn't be there.
That's pure black, right?
Yep, pure black. I think it's one step above pure black because if it goes pure black, that the NPC spawns.
Yep. Yeah, no, I was really shocked and surprised. I didn't expect it because all my worlds were pure white or close to white because unlike I guess everyone else here, I had watched a walkthrough of Demon Souls a year ago from Fighting Cowboy. He did a full walkthrough, right? Mm-hmm. So I already knew what to expect going into the game. I knew about the world tendency situation, and I was just like, there's just no way. There's just no fucking way, okay? Like, I'm not going through this game and making it any harder than I have to.
Yeah, I didn't do any research on that stuff. Like I heard about world tendency and people were questioning like if it's going to be, 1-to-1 like the OG. I was like, okay, I'll learn about that later. That'll be cool. I'll go in blind, let me just check it out. And it was funny too, Luca, because remember that one time you were looking at my tendency and you thought it was yours? And you freaked out. And then was like, whew, oh, it's just Erica's.
Yeah.
Because mine wasn't pure white.
Hey, yo, BG, let me know if you want to get in on this, bro. Yeah, no, go ahead.
It makes summoning like impactful, you know what I'm saying? Like when you become human, I don't know if you guys did this, but you go to the Nexus and you kill yourself so you don't like die in the world if you don't want to. Yeah. And there's like a sign there and there's like blood spots and you don't know what's going on. It makes it more impactful because you have your soul form, which is less health. Then you got to decide which ring to wear, which, a lot of people put the ring on that give you more health than the soul's form. And then you got to decide if I'm going to summon someone in, this needs to go right, or because if I die, then it's going to push it towards a certain tendency. You know what I'm saying?
Minus 30%, right, or something like that. I saw.
Yeah, so it's just like in all the other games, like Dark Souls and Bloodborne. I didn't ever think about that. Right? You can get embers, go human, summon your homies in, do your thing. If you die, it doesn't matter. You can farm those or whatever. But in this one, it's like, okay, first of all, they're hard to find. The eyes, right? The blue things to have them in the beginning.
Eyes,
yeah, to have them is rare in the beginning anyway. And then when you use them and you go human, if you die, you affect the world. It's crazy. Like that concept. I didn't like it in the beginning, but I dig it now because it brings impact to you becoming human. And if you die, you have to do it situational, you know? So I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool too.
I'm not the biggest fan of the tendency stuff because they're like, it's like, this is technically like the OG covenants, right? You know what I mean? Like you gotta kind of either be good or bad or in between and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a sword that I really wanted for my build. It was the Dragon Bone Crusher, and I needed pure white tendency to get it in the second Archstone 2, I think. And I didn't even know there was an NPC for it. It was like all the way down in the pit, and I missed it, and I beat the area. You know what I mean? So it's just you know what I mean? Like they kind of punish you too. You know, like how you said in the previous Souls games, you could go, restore your humanity and be fine. But like they do not encourage you using those stones at all in this game. Like you gotta like pretty much go in that game, not being human. Because if you die once,
pretty much,
I think you're pretty much done. You're fucked. I think. You know
well,
what I mean?
actually, it's more of if you die once, your world starts to shift into black, but it's about 2 or 3 times.
I fucked my world up, so I had to bring it back. If you do it the right way and you don't screw it up too bad, you can get summoned into people's worlds and beat bosses and like, you can bring it back. There's ways to do it, but like if you get in that situation that I did in 4.1 where the NPC spawns, more than likely you might need to start your character over, which is really punishing,
Yeah.
So
sounds crazy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I couldn't get pure white for World 1 or World 2 because I wanted to put the blue eye knight helmet is behind that gate. You need pure white. I think pure black. I think you can do pure black for that one. But the sword I want to
go in there so bad.
You have to be pure white.
I got the gate open luckily. Yeah. That was an experience because it was like on the verge, and then I ended up killing that red dragon. I don't know if you guys killed that one, but
I kill him.
Yeah.
Ryan, can you are you in the game right now?
Yeah.
You get off the game so you can focus on the show. I know that you've done this for every single podcast you've been on this weekend, but
jealous.
I have the platinum, so no.
Jealous.
I have the platinum, so no.
Jealous.
Oh shit.
Jealous.
That's gonna be my thing from now on. I'm like, I have the plat, so I can. So
that's funny.
I got the plat.
Yeah, I have the plat. So the thing is, you can actually fix your. Are you 12? Okay, you can actually fix your world tendency. You don't have to start over from the beginning because a primeval demon will spawn, and they only spawn once per going close to pure black. So it's got to be like 1 level above pure black, right? So if you kill the primeval demon, I think it's like +3, and your world can go back to neutral. Also, if you kill the Black Phantom NPCs. It lets you go back up +3 and your world will go back to neutral. So there's ways to fix the world without killing or without having to restart, because I think at that point it gives you 2 chances overall because it's right before pure black, the primeval demon spawns. But when you kill the primeval demon, even if you go to pure black while you're going to kill it, it'll fix your world. So you won't be able to fight the phantom if you respawn into the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do the primeval demons spawn?
They're in different
spots, right? From what I've heard.
Yep, different areas each world.
Okay.
They also drop those colorless soul demons, like those stones.
Colorless demon souls.
Colorless demon souls.
Fucking dragons worth $50,000 at a new game plus.
If you kill the dragons, they will also fix your world tendency.
It's +30, I think, for the dragons, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I try to kill the dragons. You have to wait until it's towards the end of the game, right? You go under him and shoot him.
Blue dragon, yeah.
Yep.
You can't just shoot him while he's on the cliff. With the
He
yellow?
flies
They
away.
fly away. They fly away. Both of
Yeah, I
them do.
haven't killed him yet. I killed the red one, not the blue one. I didn't even know it was possible.
No, it's Bjorn distracts him, and I used poison arrows, and I stood
Mhm.
under him, and I was like, oh, thank God for poison in this game. Am I right? It's amazing. So Bjorn was distracting him, but I was kind of panicking because I killed the dragon, the blue dragon in New Game Plus, and Bjorn takes a lot more. He takes a lot more damage. So I was like, oh my God, Bjorn's gonna die. Bjorn's gonna die. I got to kill this dragon like right now. So I had to really do my best to make sure I was able to kill that dragon. But yeah, you kill the dragons, it'll fix your world tendency. So yeah, that's something to
Good to
know
know.
as well.
Okay.
But like I said, it's a once occurrence for the primeval demons. They only spawn once per game. So but
Another thing, if you're trying to get your the first world to pure white to open that gate, don't go try to go back and get summoned by people, because you can move it towards pure white if you kill bosses that way. But you have to be within like 10 levels of the people that are summoning you. Because I try to go back to the Tower Knight and get summoned in to do that, and I was above level, so I was sitting there for like an hour trying to get summoned in. You won't get summoned in by those people. So like if you're like, I don't know, 30 or 40 and you're trying to go back to the Tower Knight, you're not going to get summoned. So you have to figure out where, your proper level is to get summoned in to, fight bosses. But you can do that to push the tendency towards pure white if you want to do that,
That's
yeah,
probably
there's
awesome.
also there's a calculator as well, so you can
Mhm.
just look it up and stuff. Something well, let's talk about each world and all of our experiences in each world. I think it's kind of a universal thing, at least in my opinion it is, at least for Souls veterans, right?
Mhm.
That world 1-1 is not a problem.
Oh no,
No.
not at all.
No.
I mean, 1-1 you're saying, or the whole
1-1. I said
Yeah,
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 was nothing. Yeah.
All right.
It was
what's
just-
up,
it
Virgil?
It was more like trying to figure out where you're supposed to go. But yeah, it was pretty easy.
Yeah, 1-1's not a problem. The phalanx is not a problem. I was just like, all right, bet I got this, right? 1-2 is where I started having problems. Okay. And it
Yeah.
all has to do with the dogs underground and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
dragon.
Yep.
Dragon.
The dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon roasts you and the dogs just gank you underneath, dude.
Yeah.
Bang.
I died so much to those dogs, dude. They were pissing me the hell off.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then when you finally do get across the bridge, there's 3 archers and a blue-eyed knight. Like, what's good? And there's the archers up top. Like,
no,
Yeah, there's-
two.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. They're ready
Yeah.
to gank you.
Yeah,
That
and when
took
you're
me a
low
while
level,
to
oh,
get
go ahead,
through.
go ahead.
That took me a while to get through when I first played the game.
Uh-huh.
The 3 archers and the 2 blue-eyed knights just waiting for you. I was like, what? I was like, no fucking way, dude. Got
No
bodied.
checkpoint. No
60
checkpoint either,
No
or
shortcuts.
shortcut.
No shortcuts,
Nope.
baby.
Yep,
Yeah.
no shortcut.
Actually, I mean, there is a shortcut. You
Fuck,
just got to
man.
kill the dragon. There's your shortcut.
Yeah, there you go.
That early in the game, you'd be
And
there
then
for like an
most
hour.
people aren't going to have the right stats to even use the bow and arrows that are
No.
available.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly speaking, that was a big wake up call for me. I went into game like, I'm hot shit, whatever, right? But no, it was a very much a humbling experience for me. After I finally got through it, the Tower Knight was not a problem. I beat him the first try, and then I just kept running through, right? So running through as in switching worlds, because once you beat the Tower Knight, you have to go and beat full level with the archdemon in order to progress to 1-3. So the first world I went to is 4-1. I went to 4-1 to get the Crescent Falchion because I had heard about the Crescent Falchion, and I saw
this thing.
I saw the Crescent Falchion on Fighting Cowboys stream, and I was like, okay, I'm running a magic build. That's a magic sword. Let me go get it, right?
Yeah.
And those skeletons are very scary when you first start out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like it's like a combo of the bone wheel and like
Oh,
regular
yep.
skeletons, the way they roll.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
As like a constant flux, will just keep rolling.
Like I didn't have a problem with them if they were just one of them, but sometimes they would team up, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. It just
Then that archer shoots that blue
Yeah.
flame at you.
Exactly. It hits you perfectly when you just been trying to heal or something, and it hits you
Yeah, bro, it's like
every
tracks you. Swear to God, dude.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very much a and my favorite thing about this game is that I feel like I'm learning new stuff about it still to this day. I started a new character because
Mhm.
I I was convinced I wouldn't be able to get the platinum on my current character, right? So I started a new character, and I read a message saying use blunt objects, and I'm like, oh my god, blunt damage does a lot to the skeletons, and I had no idea because I didn't use a blunt weapon when I first went through it. And it's like that's something I really like about Demon Souls as well, because each area you have to approach things differently. Something that worked in 2.1 wouldn't work in 4.1, you know?
Yeah. That's
So
true.
you know, so I mean, like I said, 4.1 was my first place that I went after I beat the Tower Knight. But what about you? What about you, Ryan? Where's the first place that you went?
Was that? Did you beat the Tower Knight?
Yeah.
I continued after the Tower Knight, went straight for the Penetrator Knight right now.
Well, you have to
No, you
beat.
can't.
Huh?
You can't go
beat
straight to him.
Archdemon first.
I can.
before
You can on New Game Plus.
Yeah, New Game
But-
Plus you can. Yeah.
Oh, but no, we're talking first playthrough,
Oh,
right?
right? First encounter. First. Okay.
Yeah.
So after the night, I immediately went to Smithing Grounds
Yeah.
and went after the spider.
Mhm.
And the spider was annoying as hell first time, but I think that was probably the hardest boss that I fought in the entire game, mostly because he shoots that webbing that slows you down, and he'll just like he'll keep you there and shoot fire. That was the only like one that really gave me the most trouble. Aside from that, I don't think I had that big of a, it wasn't that big of a deal with a lot of these bosses. But now on New Game Plus, it's kind of a different story. Like Penetrator is fucking ridiculous.
He penetrated you.
That's stabbing
Damien,
move,
the Viper. Yeah. Well, what about you, Erica? Where's the first place you went after 1.2?
I think what I did was I tested the skeletons and I was like, yeah, this is kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And then I did end up going to the smithing grounds, and I did the spider and went through there, flame lurker and all that. And I felt like I was okay in there. Like the spider, he's tough, but honestly, I had so much grass on me that I pretty much tanked it, and just I was able to get it done in one try.
Same.
So what you do magic at him?
No.
No.
I just basically went in there, hit it a couple times, get hit, back off, heal, go back. Like that was really like it was sloppy as hell. So sloppy.
Same.
But I did it though. So I started getting that feeling of like, maybe these bosses really ain't that, that tough. I don't know. And then I went to Flame Lurker.
Yeah.
I think I beat Flame Lurker in like 2 tries.
Yeah, because after I upgraded my weapons, like the flame work I beat on my first attempt, I used strictly magic on. But after I upgraded my weapons, I was literally just beating these bosses like the first encounter. Like Luke can tell you, she saw the stream, I was literally beating these bosses first attempt. So it was like,
Yeah, I beat a lot of them first
it's
try.
just the world, It's like the world already prepared to be prepared.
We do need to talk about the difficulty though. First
We're
place.
going to talk about it. We're going to talk
Okay.
about
Right.
it.
Yeah, that
But,
difficulty spikes. Like,
So,
what?
Salty, what about you? Where's the first place you went after 1.2?
Yo, I gotta talk about it because I was confused, man, because I didn't look up shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look up like what to do. So I was like, man, because usually there's like kind of a pathway you go. So I was trying all the stones and teleporting and getting my ass wrecked. And then I screwed up 4.1. So I kind of abandoned that area. And then I was like smithing grounds. I went in there. So I stuck there until I got to the boss finally. And then I just kind of won. I won through the spider, and then I went to the flame lurker and killed him. So it was like one run, no deaths. And I was pretty much, to the dragon god or whatever. And then I think from there, I'm not sure, like Tower of Latria, maybe. It was just 4.1 was screwed up for me. So typically, I think that could be an easy play. I should have done that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
It's still rough. I'm just letting
it's
you know.
just magic. First of all, I started with the knight, right? I didn't have any magic, and then I heard about this magic situation, so I was like, man, I need to get magic going. But like magic's the cheat code in this game. Let's just put it out there.
It
Dude.
really is.
I mean, it just.
But the thing
it
of
changes
it is,
the game,
as someone who went through the game as a magic class, it's more like
There are ways around this shit that like makes it, tougher.
it's like even with me having my magic, I still struggled in certain areas. Like I said, I struggled with the dogs. I struggled against the skeletons. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Now, that being said, on subsequent playthroughs, and I'm talking about New Game Plus 2, right? New Game Plus 2. Erica, you saw my stream. I was like, what's good? Dead. My magic was at a point where it was just kind of ridiculous, you know? Like, I'm like, all right, cool. But for someone first going through the game with a magic class, it's still rough, you know?
My friend Shameless tried the magic. He got wrecked, so he didn't want to really do that. But I think if you have like experience with like Dark Souls and stuff like that, doing magic in that game, because like if you do miracles and spells, you could do that miracle where it's like second chance or whatever. Yep. It's like, you know, shadows die twice. Basically, you pop that, you have that as your only miracle, and then you're running some other like the big explosive fireball you get from the flame lurker just wrecks. There's the one spell I haven't got where the flames come from under the ground and just destroy everything. Amazing, it's just it's just really powerful magic. It's a game changer in this game more than any other game, you know, because Bloodborne really wasn't a magic situation, you know. They have magic in there, but it's not like this, you know. Yeah, so magic.
It was the same thing with the shields. Like, it was just that little wooden shield. You know, Bloodborne was very different in that way. Like, you don't have shields or the magic. That was like a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely can agree with that. But so, you know, after I was struggling with the skellies for a bit, I was able to get through them. I got to Adjudicator, and I was chilling at the top, hurling some soul rays at it, or not soul rays. What's the starting one? Soul arrow. I was hurling soul arrows at it. And like Gregor was in the chat like, Luke, you fucking bum. You fucking magic building bum. What are you doing? And I was like, listen, man, I'm taking advantage of my class, okay? But it turns out that was the right move because that's a trophy. So
yeah, you did it right. Yeah. That's what taught me how to do. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, is that a trophy?
Yeah, it's a trophy.
Yeah.
What, just like using magic?
Yeah, no, you kill Adjudicator without him falling down.
Damn.
It's called like Thou Shall Stand or something like that.
Yeah. And then what's up, Cat Daddy? Yeah, then on New Game Plus, I actually went downstairs, and Adjudicator is like insanely fucking easy, dude. Like, it's not even funny, dude. You just like you kite around him, hit his side a couple times, and wait for him to swing. I was napping playing against him like that. So, you know, what's up, Fire Blast Gaming?
Which boss had the best soundtrack, you think? I think the False King.
I think
dude, the music in this game is just awesome, man.
In general, I would say Flame Lurker's music was.
Flame Lurker's pretty good.
Yeah,
the Storm one was good too.
I would have to say that I personally, I think the soundtrack's pretty weak, except for with Maiden Estrella. Yeah, especially in comparison to Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne.
Oh, Dark Souls 3.
I agree with that.
Fire.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. Like, it's got some good tracks, but it wasn't really like memorable to me.
Yeah.
Where I was like still thinking about it, or like I could, if I hear the music, I just get pumped up. Like, it was rare, I think.
Yeah, I like Maiden Estrella's track because I like that boss fight in general. I like the lore behind it. I think the lore is very, very interesting. So, it fit the mood. It was very somber. And speaking of Maiden Estrella, let's talk about how all the archdemons are gimmick fights. You want to talk about that?
They really are.
I didn't like that at all, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the Dragon God fight was just horrendous, man. Like, what the hell was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who created this abomination? I don't know. I just didn't like it.
And my thing is, you know, they were experimenting. It was their first official Souls game. I get it, right? And they did better in subsequent games that they created.
Yeah.
But every single boss fight for the archdemon, every archdemon was a gimmick fight. So I'm over here, I'm in the back shooting Maiden Estrella with arrows as Garl Vinland's chilling just with his shield up. I'm like, yo, I'm killing your girl, bro. That's a trophy as well. You have to kill her without hurting them.
I have to get that one.
Yeah,
I gotta do what Big Cloud did when you kill the fucking knight first.
Yeah, I know. And then then I think overall, I like Storm Ruler, the Storm King of the Storms. I don't fucking remember what homeboy's name is, right?
Storm King, yeah.
Storm King. I like Storm King. I do. But you know, I had already known about how the fight would go. Also, because I played Dark Souls 3, and that's you know, Storm Ruler is in Dark Souls 3 to fight Yorm. So I was like, okay, I know what I got to do, right? And with the Storm King, I was just chilling in the back with the Thief Ring, like waiting for him to come through. And then with Dragon God, I had the most trouble with, because he can one hit you. He can one hit kill you. And I was actually in a party with Sin Vendetta, my buddy Sin, and me and him were in the same areas at the same time, right? So he was fighting the Dragon God. I was fighting the Dragon God because we were both trying to get the trophy Hands of God, right? The Hands of God trophy, right?
Mhm.
And so, like, I actually figured out what to do from him. He was like, listen, the eyes glow red when he sees you. You just got to hide behind pillars. You got to take out the beams. You got to run. And you got to be careful. You gotta, you know, get it together. And I was like,
I didn't even know that about the eyes. I just thought it was when he turns his head.
When his eyes turn glow red, that means he sees you. He's about to attack you. I actually died to that boss the first time because I didn't know what to do.
I died multiple
times.
times.
To do. It's like fuck it, but yeah.
I died at least 5 times.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this guy?
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do? And then you got to be careful because, like I said, I was trying to get the trophy, so I had the Hands of God on, and thankfully, I was like, my stats fit the Hands of God, so it was fine, but it still took forever to kill him with it. So I had to get him low with magic spells and with arrows, you know. So that was like the worst fight for me. Now. And then I fought the Old Monk, which is also a gimmick fight, it's a PvP boss fight, right?
Yeah, PvP.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, the first time I went in there, after trying to get past the black fucking Cthulhu phantoms, I was mad when I saw those, right?
Yeah.
After getting past them, I walk into the room and this
Does he one hit you? Does he one hit you right in the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah, he did that to me too.
Oh, man.
I walk right in, he like backstabs you, like what the fuck, dude?
I'm like, bro, come on. And then the second guy I fought, I mean, it was more even. Shout out to whoever that was. He didn't heal because they get to keep all their fucking heals for some reason, but whatever, right? So he didn't heal at all. And we both had a sliver of health. He stun locked me. I was like, no, I'm not doing this shit again. And I pushed through and I was able to kill him. But I was just like, that was annoying too, but whatever, right? But like overall, like every single archdemon boss fight it's a gimmick, you know? And the only boss fights I had trouble with Flame Lurker, and I had trouble with Maneater. But the only reason I had trouble with Maneater is because that AI is trash.
That and the bridge, like I just fell off.
It's small.
I kept rolling off.
I hated that fight. I died probably at least 8 or 9 times, and it wasn't because he was hard. It was just like like if you had knock you down, like I'd be close I'll be on the ledge of the bridge, and I'm trying to roll away from the ledge, but I roll off the bridge. Like what? I was like, dude, I'm trying to roll the opposite way. It's like no, like oh my. And then like
you're locked on, right? That's why.
And then
the trick was to unlock.
It's
crazy.
And then he would get stuck behind the pillars, and I'll be swinging him. I'm a great sword user, so when I swing, I'm moving forward. And every time I would swing at him when he's like, flying behind the pillars, I'd fall off. I was like, come on.
Okay, well,
man.
did you experience the Maneater disappearing from the fight, the second one? And I had to. He flew away and flew down and disappeared, and I had to restart the boss fight because he disappeared. I'm like, bro, and that's a bug that was in the game 10 years ago, and they didn't patch it out.
Gargle as well, neither.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, dude, come fucking on. So Maneater was definitely the most frustrating boss fight for me solely because of that. I hate it. I can't stand it. It's awful. But
fight. I agree.
Yeah, but Flame Lurker, I had most trouble with Flame Lurker, but I still beat him in like 2 or 3 times, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like, in my opinion, and I said this before going in, I think the bosses are significantly easier than anything compared to the rest of the Souls series, right?
Yeah.
And it's the areas that are a fucking problem.
Yeah, because the no shortcut thing is definitely
the biggest
reason.
That's true too.
Yeah, especially the storms area and the skeletons and all that. I think that was like probably the most difficult for me, besides the prison, and that's just because I kept getting lost. But the area is definitely way more difficult. The bosses really, I don't know about you guys. We're all pretty seasoned here. Did any of these bosses really give you that much of a hard time?
No,
like,
no.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up.
A boss, like I could think of like a few in Bloodborne, a few in Dark Souls 3, where I felt like, man, I don't know if I can beat this. Like I never had that feeling in this game ever.
Yeah, I feel
no.
Like when you're stressed, or you know what I mean. You're frustrated. I never got to that point.
It's funny because I remember a lot of people saying, "Oh, you guys are going to get bodied in Demon Souls. This is the real Souls game. This is the OG. This is the hardest Souls game ever."
Greatest lie ever told.
My first run through, I beat almost every boss first try, except maybe like 2 or 3 of them. I just completely ran through this whole game in under 30 hours. And like like I said, most of my first playthroughs of my Dark Souls games was about 80, 90 hours. So I was shocked when I beat. I was like, "That's it." I was like, it's a great game, but I was legit shocked at how short it was and how easy it was.
I beat the game in 36 hours, and that was doing some white tendency event. I also would like to point out I'm running through the game with Rand, and I'm like literally running through it with him. He's got like 7 hours in the game, and we're at the final boss.
Oh,
No way.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dang,
You
that's
too OP, Luca.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
listen, let me tell you how OP I am. And No Sleep Slate, Maneater, we actually did just talk about Maneater. My biggest issue with Maneater is the AI is dumb as fuck. Maneater kept disappearing, and then I kept rolling off / getting knocked off the bridge. And that's the only problem I had with Maneater. But the Maneater fight, like if it was a bigger arena, I would have been perfectly fine. You know?
Yeah, he would have been cake if it was an arena. Like,
but no, we're he's just got to fight the dragon god, and then I got to take him through 1-3 and 1-4, and we're done.
That's crazy.
Jesus,
he did in like 10 hours.
Yeah, because it's like something I pointed out because I did a new game +2 stream so I could go get my platinum. Right, I knew exactly what I was gonna do. I knew exactly where I had to go. Right, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream it for everyone. Right, and I knew since I knew where I was going, it wasn't a problem. I think all of these levels are extremely short when you know where you're going.
It's true.
The Tower of Latria was a huge issue for me because I did not know where I was going. I didn't look up any guides. I had to find where I was going, trial and error, right? Trial and error. I figured it out. And now that I know where I'm going, I run through it with people. Like I've played with Erica before where I just I'm zooming. And Erica's like, Luca.
Like I would lose you so many times. Like, where'd you go?
Like, Luca, where are you? I'm like, I'm sorry. I know where I'm going. I'm zooming. All right. I'm zooming. All right. And then the same goes for the swamp. You know, I ran through the Valley of Defilement. Like literally I had the ring. I was like, run. I'm zooming. All right, let's go. And then, you know, I got to Leechmonger and I got to Dirty Colossus and I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Let me go ahead and one-shot them with my magic.
That area was the worst area for me.
I hated that. I hated that area, dude. I always say poison areas in these Souls games, but in this one, it's like when you get in the mud, you can't roll or any of that shit. That shit got annoying, man.
Those small little ogres pose more of a threat than the damn boss.
Yeah, I couldn't heal sometimes. I felt like it was like
when you're poisoned, you can't heal.
Yeah.
And then the curse or whatever, the plague, the plague.
That lasts like 5 minutes. I'm like, when is this gonna go away? It's so annoying, you know? Yeah.
PvP guys like to hit you with that plague. I've noticed that, man.
Where is the PvP area in Demon Souls? Actually,
I'm gonna let you know. I've seen people invading in 4-1 and 4-2, but first of all, me and Erica were playing together, right? And we're hanging out in the upper Latria, right? And like some cuck decides to invade. And what did I say to you, Erica? I was like, I don't understand why he's invading here.
Right.
It's
because of the
super narrow. Because of the bridge. So he runs towards us. He's killing me, right? He's killing me. And then I hit him with my Moonlight Greatsword. He falls off the edge. And I'm like, that's what I was talking about. Like, it's like to invade somebody. It's awful, you know? I don't think the PvP scene is gonna last for this game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's I don't think it really has the areas for it. Like it doesn't really have that area, you know? The one you're like, oh, this is it.
I've seen people invade in 2-1
What's
as
good,
well.
my Dundo? What's up, Blaze?
What's up, Blaze? And I've seen people invade in 1-3, but like not really. Like I got invaded a couple of times, but it wasn't I was always just kind of like, why here? You know, this is a terrible place to invade somebody. And even like the Tower of Latria in general is a terrible place to invade. I was in the Tower of Latria. Someone invaded. I'm looking around. I'm like, well, this place is a maze. So good luck finding me.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of disappointing because, like I said, I'm pretty big into bodying people in PvP. You know, especially in Dark Souls 3. So I was.
Oh yeah.
I
you, buddy.
I saw you. I saw your videos, Blaze, with that Moonlight Greatsword. I see you with that Moonlight Greatsword.
No. Listen, Dark Souls. If you want a PvP, it's definitely Dark Souls 3. In terms of the movement, the weapons, Pontiff, the builds. Pontiff, High Wall. Yeah. But in terms of invading and where you want to do that, it's probably going to be Island's Edge in that as soon as you spawn, that area right there. That's where everybody really be doing it.
All right, I definitely got to check it out because, like I said, I've only been invaded maybe like 4 or 5 times, and I bodied all 4 or 5 of them. So it's just like,
yeah, you get a lot of new players that also don't know. A lot of disconnects.
Yeah,
I am. Yeah.
I was trying to invade for the trophy and it just would not let me. Like, I don't know if I was doing something wrong or what. Like, I could use the item, but it would say it failed. Like, it wouldn't.
You gotta know. You gotta be within a certain level as well.
Yeah.
So,
see, that's the thing. I'm like, maybe I'm too high or something.
Like, you can't go to like 3-1 at level 86 and expect to be able to invade someone there.
You also got to do it, hit it a couple times. Sometimes they don't initiate. You got to like
I tried, but I don't know.
So a question with that. So to randomly get summoned in, you have to be within like 10 levels. If I summon my friend and he's like way higher, it doesn't scale, right? Difficulty.
As long as you got a password.
Yeah, as long as you got a password, it's fine. Actually, let's talk about the summoning system and how it's completely broken in Demon Souls for summoning your friends in. So I was playing with Blaze, right?
This is bad, bro.
And like Blaze, Blaze is a PvP guy, so he was having people just randomly invade all the time, right? And like I'm chilling. I'm like, Blaze, go ahead and fight this guy. You're the PvP guy. He's like,
yo, hold on, no. You gotta do it.
No, Blaze, you go.
We're playing, and we get invaded in Prison of Hope, and there's you got a big ass sword in those narrow hallways. You can't. Your sword's getting stuck. Yeah. Anyway, and Luke is like, oh, go ahead, Blaze. You're the PvP guy. Go ahead in front of me. I'm like, huh? I'm like, no. You go ahead, bro. Like, she threw me out there to the wolves, yo. But she was literally like 2-shotting people, bro. She was like, boom, boom, boom. I think you were using the enchanted falchion.
Yeah.
She was just murdering dudes. Like, I didn't even have to do any. Like, she literally took the initiative every time and just killed all the invaders from me. It was hilarious, bro.
It was so funny because I could tell they didn't expect it either. Because I remember this dude came in with the sword that you like to use, AV. So he came in with this big ass sword and he slams it down on me, takes a fraction of my health. I was like, what's good?
You're probably like,
what up, man? And then I went up dead. I'm like, oh, bye. See you later.
I love that though. Like when someone invades you, like I had that a couple times, they just throwing magic at me and like it just takes a little bit of health. I just start walking towards them, they just start running away. I was like, man, get back here, bro. You know what I mean? Hilarious.
It's what's up, Alex? Yeah, it was very funny because I get to keep literally everything. I get to keep my level, I get to keep my healing items, I get to keep all my items. I'm just chilling, running through the game with them, and the game scales to the host level. So people, like, if anyone invades, they're at the host level. Right. And so it's like
so you're 30, overpowered.
Right? And I'm just like, what's up? Now, the only time I had an issue, I was playing with Rand, and someone was using that blue blood sword build.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So they one-shot me.
There's a glitch. He's using the glitch.
Yeah.
Is it a glitch?
Yeah, it's a glitch.
Yeah. You can one-shot every boss. It's ridiculous. And you can there's a way to farm like a 1 billion souls after dying to the last boss. There's a whole video on it, but it's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. So
did he end up killing Rand then? Poor Rand.
Yeah, no, he killed me. And Rand was like Luca. And I was like, dude, listen, he was using a broken, like a literally broken build. So, I couldn't have predicted that. What's up, Space Host? But yeah, man, like, okay, well, cool. Let's
But what you said about Demon Souls, I just want to say this real quick. Like, if you guys never played Dark Souls 3, especially, if you had 10 Estus flasks and you go to invade or you get summoned, not only is your health cut in half, but your Estus is cut in half.
Yeah.
And then Demon Souls, they don't do that. I think they kept. I mean, they wanted to be true to the original, but I think they had to adjust that because if you can walk in with 1,000 grabs,
it's broken.
Yeah.
That's true. They did add weight to the grass.
Though. You're not supposed to chug or heal.
You're not. If you invade, look, when it comes to invading,
rule. Yeah,
I guess you can do whatever you want. When it comes to invading,
like there's no etiquette, right? You don't heal.
Yeah.
That's why they need some sort of an invading sign. Like they need a red stone as well, like that you can put down and have traditional. Is there?
Yeah.
Where?
Okay, so I got it, but okay, I killed the maiden in black, and I got it after I killed her.
Really?
That you can put down?
Yeah.
I've never seen one, even in the wild. Like,
Yeah, no, I'll show you. I'll show you after.
So you could summon phantoms then, black phantoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could always do that in Dark Souls, but I've never seen any of that. Like, yo, you should be able to see it. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
During
I have a red stone in my inventory.
Wow. Well, that's
crazy.
the whole thing I'm saying, because if somebody invades you, they can do whatever they want. If they want to cheese you, if they want to wear a ring where they're not visible to a certain point, it's annoying.
Yeah,
You know, but a traditional fight, it's more respectable. You don't heal.
They should just take healing items away when you invade. Just you go straight in.
My biggest issue was with the old monk boss fight. People can keep their healing items. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck, dude? Blaze, go ahead and check the comments or the messages. What's up, Neo? Yeah, no, like it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I got a red eye stone after I killed the maiden. So
that's in my inventory. That's in my storage. I you know what? I just overlooked it. I just thought it was like I must have seen black eye stone and just kept moving. Like,
oh, so if I kill that
at the end, yeah,
I could get that. Okay, that's like gonna be my second playthrough.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm really curious now because like obviously I don't have like inside knowledge, but like Blue Point, first of all, they're like gods, right? Like I just feel like they're so good at what they do. But I'm curious like how this process works, because you guys were talking about that some glitches are still in the game. Like how do they get the game from the PlayStation 3 and then they change it to upscale it and put all the textures in? I'd love to see a documentary on that process, because it's just crazy to me that they kept the essence of the game, but it looks fantastic. Like this thing blows all the other Souls games away in terms of like textures on the walls and shit, like the graphic fidelity, the smoothness. It's crazy.
Beautiful looking game.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
The attention to detail, bro. You can shoot a cloth item with a fire arrow, and that cloth item will disintegrate. The wood will disintegrate. That's never Firm Software. Just they kind of, I don't know if it was the lack of power, the lack of whatever, but they really never went in depth like that.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the summoning's a lot faster too? I don't know if that's like a Blue Point thing, because when I try to summon in like Bloodborne, there's usually like you'd have to wait, or like if you're not within a certain area, it's very slow. Sometimes it didn't work. In this game, if I summoned, is literally seconds. Boom, I put my sign down. Boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm in. It's like, I don't know if that's the SSD or like the coding or whatever, if it's just Blue Point kind of a thing. But with other, Dark Souls games, especially Dark Souls 1, that was a shit show trying to summon in, man.
Dark Souls 1, honestly, I had the most issues summoning with Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne.
Dark Souls 2 was definitely the worst to summon.
Soul Memory was
soul memory fucking up, and then you had to wear a certain ring to match you guys up. It was horrible.
It was terrible. Yeah, I agree actually.
Blue Point is definitely some wizards out here though. Like the attention.
Oh, they're type.
Yeah, and like
Firm Software gave them the code. Yeah, they had the code, so they blessed them.
Even with the controller, you guys probably noticed like the sound coming out and like.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Or even when you like walk over like broken
crunching.
You feel like the crunching on your controller. It's they did a fantastic.
Yo, the sound that comes out of the controller. Usually, I'm wearing a headset, but I took mine off. The clanking of steel, I don't know if you guys have done this, but like if you listen to your controller, there's a big connection between the sound that comes out of the mic on the controller or whatever, like the speaker, into the rumble on the actual triggers. Like there's it's because they played the original Doom via the haptics and all this other shit. Like there's a connection there. When you're you're clanking metal off, it sounds and feels like metal. You know what I'm saying? Like it is crazy. It is immersive as hell.
Yeah, the sound design is pretty crazy, because like I remember when I was first playing through it, this was before I had my Pulse 3D audio headset. I was just using my regular headset or whatever, and I was just playing through the games, whatever, right? And I remember I wanted to listen to a podcast that's focused on the Souls games, right? And so I muted my TV, but I could still hear everything coming out from my controller. I was like, holy shit, that's so cool. Like that's the moment where I was like, this controller's pretty dope,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is the 3D headset worth it? Worth the purchase?
Yes.
I've been
thinking about getting one
more
too.
premium ones down the road.
Yeah. Someone had told me the Steel series is better, so I always go for the better ones. But the sound design, like I remember when I was streaming Demon Souls to my channel, and then I went back to listen to the stream. I remember when I was playing it, I was hearing sounds that do not translate over stream. So I was just like, oh, okay. Cause I was like, what the fuck is that? Cause I could hear the footsteps of the big guys, the big guys off in the distance. And it would just let me know, like, oh, I'm about to get fucked, pause, So it's just like, it's pretty fucking cool, man.
The Tower of Latria, the guy that's in the prison or whatever, he's yelling to have you come get him. You can hear where he is in relation to where you are in that game. It's crazy. Like that's true. It's really good.
Like below you or above you kind of thing, or what direction. Yeah.
I heard you guys saying I ran through the game, and look, technically after you kill, like when you clear a certain area, then the fog disappears. You can go and beat the whole game that way if you want to. But listen, New Game Plus is.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's fucking talk about it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not even maybe it's me because I beat the game at level 48. Okay.
Oh, that's low. Okay.
I beat the game at 70s or no.
Okay.
72.
83.
BG was at level 89 and he's like, oh yeah, I'm still far. I'm like, bro, what the anyway.
I'm like, I'm not farming for days.
Now I'm starting to farm. I'm starting to catch up because I'm realizing like, yo, look, I'm getting one shot by certain enemies, like literally one shot, period. Blue-eyed knights and stuff, they're killing me one shot.
I'm getting one shot too, and I'm in 80s. Trust me.
I mean, honestly,
you get one shot. Yeah.
I'm level 8. I was level 83 or 4 or 2 when I went into New Game Plus, and I was getting 2 shot in soul form. So, yeah, it wasn't until I hit like 105 that I started to feel a little bit better about my odds of surviving. Yeah. And okay, let's talk about New Game Plus. Okay, so after you beat the game, you have to go through 1-1 again and beat phalanx before you can level up, right? So I did that 1-1 like it was in the first playthrough is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who was the rest of the game a fucking wake-up call? The fact that low-level enemies were two-shotting me in soul form makes me believe you're not supposed to go through New Game Plus in soul form.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Royalty, Neil. Royalty.
If he wants to do magic, though, right? I mean, what if he doesn't want to do magic?
He can switch his build up.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the thing of it is, your starting class doesn't necessarily matter. You can switch your build.
That's the beauty of Dark Souls. It don't matter what you start with; it's how you finish it.
That's true. I like the outfit that you start with Royalty too. I made a new build. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No. I mean, I tell that to everyone. Start with Royalty. So.
Anybody else on New Game Plus yet, or?
I am.
I just started it. I beat the phalanx or however you say his name, and then I'm there. I haven't got to like the hard part yet.
So I beat the Tower Knight, literally just farming around. That's what you guys saw me doing earlier. Just penetrator.
Ooh, I walked into that Tower Knight fight on New Game Plus. Like, I'm about to body this.
You felt like you were hot shit, man.
Hey, I was like, I got my great sword. I'm strong as fuck. Dude, I'm about to body this guy.
You know what I messed up with though? It's like I can't that trophy for the not killing the archers. There's one for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kill him without.
Did that.
It's hard on New Game Plus, bro. It's hard on New Game Plus.
Yeah.
You get hit with a couple arrows, you're dead.
That's what I'm saying. I should have did that. See, I messed that up.
So you're saying I should start over because
You can start a new character.
Well, listen. Wait. Hold on. It's doable, but it's gonna be hard.
I had to do it. It was hard.
I did it too because I went into it. I was like, all right. So even though I had used spells in New Game, it wasn't until New Game Plus where I was like, bitch, I have magic. Like, get it together. Like, I had to really have that go through my mind. Like, I have magic. I have magic. I have miracle. I need to use this. I need to use this, right? So I went in. First thing I did, and the beauty of this game is that it makes you try different strategies. Okay. So I went into the Tower Knight and I was invisible. First of all, I put on the thief ring and I made myself invisible and I tried to kill him with my sword.
I didn't even think of doing that.
And then
did that work?
Then,
for Tower Knight?
It worked, but the Tower Knight kept two-shotting me. He kept two-shotting me. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I did it 3 times. It didn't work any of those times. And I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. And then I was like, all right, let me go get Firestorm, aka the best spell in the game.
Bro,
it's true.
The best fucking spell in the game. I go get Firestorm and I'm like, all right, let's go. And I was able to do it by using Firestorm. He fell down. I was able to get his head. I was like, oh, thank fucking God, right? But I still, even when I was hitting his head, I wasn't doing as much damage as I thought I would, So I was like, fuck, man, I don't know about this. And then yeah, so I was just like, I was trying to go through all the areas and I kept getting two-shot in soul form. And I was just like, I need to do more white tendency events. I can't be I can't be a human. I can't do this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. And so I restarted the game with a different character. But then as I was going through it, I was like, dude, I don't want to start over where I have nothing. I don't want to do that. Yeah. And so I was just like, I have to figure out a way for my health to be okay so I can survive this. So I was like, let me go ahead and pull a BG. We're going farming, baby. And
I got on the tractor.
I got on my fucking tractor and I went to 4-2. I had the gold mask on. I had the bracelets on. I had the ring on, and I had the spell that gives you extra souls.
Soul sucker. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I killed the Reaper, and the Reaper gave me 18,000 souls each run.
That's crazy.
You could cheese that Reaper pretty easily too from the top.
Yeah.
What soul was that? Right? I mean, which ability?
It's like the Soul's Thirst spell. I don't remember.
Oh, is it a miracle or a legit spell?
It's a spell.
What do you need to get that gold mask? I tried to pull. I got it, but I couldn't put it on. What do you need?
You're a male. You're a
male. Oh, that's for women, I think, because I have it. I put it on right away.
And that's new, Salty. That's why you're like, what's going on? Why can't I wear it? Because every other Dark Souls game, you can wear whatever you want. It's all.
Yeah, because I do have armor.
So you have to be a female to use that mask.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I had to get that trophy with Bjor. Where he kills the penetrator with you. The fucking penetrator two-shotted Bjor. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I need to get that.
And this is on New Game Plus.
I got that on my first. I actually got that on my first.
Yeah, I got that on my first too. Yeah, first of all, Erica, I was in the chat like, Erica, go get Bjor and Yuria. Erica, go get Bjor and Yuria.
I did get Yuria. Go get Bjor
and Yuria. And you just Luca, dude. I'm underpowered. I'm just gonna go fight the penetrator 30 times. I'm like, all right,
I'll be real with you. I didn't even know who Bjor was at that time.
I didn't know who the fuck he was too. I'm like,
I got him and he just wandered off. So I never saw him again before the fight. So I just fought.
He'll literally
goes to sleep and he shows up at the fight.
He'll literally destroy the boss, bro.
Like when you walk through the fog for the boss, he literally walks in like, "Hey, need a hand?" And he starts fighting.
He didn't do that shit for me, man. I just walked in, nobody was there, Yeah.
Set him free.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I had forgotten that Bjor is supposed to help you with that fight. So I rescued him and Yuria like right away. And then I went to go fight Penetrator. I was like, all right, let's go. And Bjor's like, what's good? Let's two-shot the boss. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, he was bodying Penetrator, dude. I was like, whoa. I was like, hey, save some for me. I was like, it's like, Jesus.
He cheated. Like it's a cheat code when you got him, man. I'm serious. Like,
man. Yeah, so you guys are saying on New Game Plus it ain't so much a cheat code, like
and
no, it's still a cheat code. I'm saying like
you still have to be a little bit more careful though, because he
can die easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so shout out to Lionel saying you guys want to challenge do New Game Plus Fractured mode. Couldn't be me, boo. It's not happening. It's just not fucking happening.
Oh, I got somebody on my friends list on Reddit. He's like, there's a way where he drops you 26 of those cream coins. And then he disconnects, and then so I save and exit, and while he disconnects and come back, and he'll be there.
You got it?
Yeah, and I guess he's a streamer. And he's like, come on, and I'm like, bro, I'm in New Game Plus. He's like, oh, I understand. So you want to summon me? I'm like, bro, no, just give me a second, bro. I kept going, and I'm like trying to run to the tree, running by enemies, and that just don't work in that area, bro. Like you might be able to get away with it, but then I forgot about the trap. I get to the tree, and there's a trap. You're going up, and I die. And I'm like, man, I messed with you. I'm like, bro, I'm good with that armor, bro. I'm good, bro.
Is it heavy? Is it really heavy? The penetrator armor?
I'm not sure how heavy. What's the heavy stat to it? It's beautiful.
Yeah, I need that armor. That's the one I want, actually.
So if you guys had to pick like a moment or a couple moments in the game that was just so awesome, like what really stands up to you guys? Like just those moments that were like epic. Do you guys have any?
After being the Storm King.
The first time seeing the False King, like I just love how the music dropped and how he just showed up. That was dope. And I would say the Flame Lurker. I know we saw it already, like when they were before the game came out. But when you experience it, it's a completely different feel. You hear the music, you see how detailed it is. Without seeing it through YouTube, you're like, damn, you really appreciate it much more as well.
It was made in Australia for me. It was made in.
That was a really cool fight too. Like when you fight the knight who's just super loyal to her and like you're not getting through. I was like, okay, let's fight then.
you kill her, he kills himself. If you kill him, she kills herself.
Yeah.
So, like,
Hey,
literally ride or die.
Yeah, honestly, I love dragons. You know, I loved just everything about dragons. I love it. And being in that game with the sound and having the dragon just blow fire and like kill me. First of all, I didn't know what was going on, so I died a whole bunch of times to these dragons. The red dragon, the blue dragon, having the red dragon just swoop over. You hear that with the audio. You see the flames just murking people. You see like the particle effects going off, and you hear that dragon just swoop over you. That is as immersive in a video game, like with that dragon. I loved it, man. That whole area with the bridge, it's immersion at the ultimate level, like with the fantasy, the dragons, the knights, the this and that, and you could I loved it. I loved that area. You know what I'm saying? Dragons.
It was cool killing them, but I was expecting more of like, I don't know. I feel like a cutscene or something was going to play.
Oh, like more dramatic.
Yeah.
Like he was only worth 8,000 souls when you first kill him. Your first.
I didn't really get that first impression with the dragon, like, because you know when you first see him on that bridge where there's a bunch of archers and he comes and burns them. I kept trying to like bait him to do it, and he would not do it. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, is it broken? So I didn't really get that like right away epic moment of him like putting down the fire, and then later on the bridge that's like more difficult, the audio was like going out when he would burn the bridge. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm just not going to have that moment. Again, you know, it was weird. But after that, it was cool. No audio issues, but it was just that part. But,
yeah, Big Cloud, if you play Dark Souls 1, you can, it's cool because you can kill, if you kill the dragon same way with arrows and shit, whatever you want to do, spells, arrows.
How do you kill him?
It drops that sword, right?
You get the sword, which is OP.
You gotta shoot his tail.
Yeah, I didn't kill him with arrows the second time. I killed him strictly with the sword and got 50,000 souls. This a new game plus. That's how much he's worth.
But you also get his soul too. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
I would definitely say after beating Storm King and you climb on that rock and you see the light and you just take a
King
photo.
Was dope.
Yeah,
that was epic. That whole fight
was really dope. Like when you get the sword, everybody was like, Ryan, that sword can't. That sword you got can't hit him. I'm sitting there trying to hit the
like right under. Yeah, I did that too. I was like missing him.
Just that whole area is beautiful though. Like when
Erica,
it's like
do you want to talk about how you were panicking? And the
no. Why you gotta let me not live that
okay,
down?
Like, can we talk about how
I got the platinum?
This is what happened, all right? I went up to the storm ruler, tried to pick it up. I had no room, right? Because my equipment is too much. So I'm panicking because I'm thinking this boss is about to like one-shot me from the back. I don't know what I'm doing. So I see the chat. They're like, you're like, I think you said something, Luca, like get rid of that weight. So I start dropping items.
Oh my god!
Like just panicking, dropping. And I see.
I was there.
Yeah, the corner of my eye, I see Luke in the chat. No,
send to storage.
Send to the storage. I'm like, oh shoot, because I legit thought like this boss is gonna like hit me right now. Like I need to pick this thing up. That's all I was focused on. So hey man. Can you blame me? I was trying to get.
I can definitely blame you,
Erica. We all got our moments, Erica.
But I ended up doing good. I sent it to the storage. I was fine. Everything was fine.
Yeah. Well, if you never played Demon Souls, you don't know that.
Luca,
you know?
You want to tell Erica what happened with me with the damn heavy armor?
What up, Jedi? Yeah, okay, so I'm sitting in Ryan's chat. I'm hanging out with my buddy Villain, right? Me and Villain are on the phone watching Ryan together. And me and Villain are like, why is he wearing that heavy ass fucking armor? Then here comes Blaze. Here comes Blaze, like, you're right. Why the fuck are you wearing that armor? I was in the chat dying, dude.
He's fat. I'm like, Ryan, you're fat rolling. Like, bro,
fatty,
I got it.
Oh man.
Like, I was just like, what is he doing?
I'm dying, but I look dope. Fuck you.
Like, he looks like a
fat rolling all over the place. And then, like, he went up to the edge after releasing Yurt, and he, like, swung his sword for some reason and just flew off the edge. I'm like, what is he doing? I was like, what are you doing, man? Like, what is going on? Like, what the fuck, man? So, you know, like I said, I've had a lot of fun watching everyone's streams of this game. Just be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I think I shot you out fast. I was like one shot in some of these bosses, though.
Not really. I mean, the bosses are pretty easy.
Oh, not okay.
No, I mean,
Dude,
the bosses.
I was fat rolling in the beginning, and I just thought that was the way life was. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I guess this is Demon Souls, but then I like took all my shit off and I can roll, you know?
It's kind of
what
funny.
up, Jedi?
Yeah.
I thought the same way. I thought like, oh, this Demon Souls always fatty roll because this is quote unquote the hardest Souls game. But no, it's the same thing like Souls. You just
It's like
up
the
your
same
endurance.
thing as
Like Dark Souls.
Souls 1
Dark Souls.
and Dark
Yeah, I
Souls.
just thought, okay, I'm gonna level up that endurance because that's your weight, how you can manage it. But like, I felt like anytime I leveled it up, it wasn't helping. Like, it was just still fat. So I'm like, you know what? I guess.
Where's Havel's ring, man?
Yeah, use the ring to.
Yeah, I
Great
didn't have it yet, though. That's the thing. I didn't have it yet, so I was like, I guess I'm picking up my helmet.
Because I'm like 36 endurance right now, and I have the ring. And like I said, I'm an ultra greatsword user, so I just have a shield and my greatsword, and I just roll around like super fat, But hey.
Shout out to Hustle saying I'm low key liking Demon Souls. That's nice to hear, considering you took 8 years to start it up while me and Erica were in the chat.
I mean, here's a tip: use the Flamberg. It's like one of the dopest weapons in the game.
Shout
out to Hustle though.
See, Chief God said I'm the boss. It's the original. I didn't play the original, so I don't know. I played it, but I didn't get past 1-1. So
I'm not a fan of the burden system in this game, man. Like not being able to carry my shit. Like I don't like that.
Not being able to what?
Like carrying my stuff, like item burden, and like have to drop all my stuff off. Even materials and stuff. Like
it is a pain, but at least because send to storage wasn't in the original Demon Souls. They added that. Yeah. That's a quality of life thing that they added.
That's a huge quality of life.
Because I honestly didn't even know that quality of life thing was there. I thought I had to go to the Nexus every time. So I was like, because I'm just so used to that. Like, I'm just anticipating that. Like, I got to go back, drop it off, then I can, what I mean?
I agree though, because Dark Souls is like a fashion Souls. Like I got all my outfits. I get bored.
You could switch them out. Yep. And then what about the SSD, man? It's a game changer. Like I don't even want to go back and play the other ones without that SSD, man. Because you die, you spawn back in. If you want to farm, you can reset everything. Boom, 3 seconds later, you're back in it. It's like game changer.
You saw the particle effects with the smoke as it
I played Dark Souls 3 last night, and I've been playing Dark Souls 3, and bro, listen, man, it's 60 FPS, and it don't move, bro. I was all over. I was playing PvP again, bro. It just playing Dark Souls 3 made me really wish they would have. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3 is just the GOAT for me when it comes to
I'm definitely going. I'm gonna go through that at 60. I'm gonna go through it.
I went back because my character on Dark Souls 3 has like literally everything, right?
Yeah.
Like literally everything. And I'm saying that in comparison to my character on my Xbox version. And I was just like, thank fucking God. I have access to my baby. I can use my fucking swords again. I'm so happy because I had that sword that you get from Midir, aka I'm only fighting Midir once. It's never happening again. Right. So that was my favorite weapon to use when I was running through it. So I probably will run through it again. Okay, so Racer asks, does the panel think the game should have been in the Game Awards show? Yes.
Yes.
It should have been a nomination Game of the Year, honestly.
I don't think they beat it in time, though.
Yeah.
The thing is, what happened to Star Wars Fallen? I think Demon Souls will be there next year, just like Star Wars is here for this year. Because you remember Fallen Order came out last year, but it was late. Yeah, it was late.
Mm-hmm.
What is your guys' go-to armor in Demon Souls? I use the Gloom Knight armor. That's my favorite one.
That's what I ended up with. Yeah, I ended up with that.
I like that armor. I like the brush, the
brushwood set.
Yeah, it's a beautiful armor set, bro. You got the night shield, the gold and silver. You get the claymore, gold and silver. It just looks great.
I just went off of weight, whatever I could roll with, and then I put that top hat on that makes you laugh. I don't know if you guys put that on, but
yeah.
So I went with the officials gear, the chest piece, and then I had the black boots on, and the shaman hands, and the imperial mask for my first playthrough. On the second playthrough, as soon as I got Doran's armor, I switched from a girl to a guy, and I've been rocking Doran's armor and the imperial mask. That armor set is amazing. So yeah, that's just what I've been wearing.
Nice.
Good stuff. So I take it we all really love Dark Souls 3. I mean, that's
Dark Souls 3 is the best.
So after beating Demon Souls, like, are you guys ready to rank where Demon Souls is at? Or is
in regards to how much we enjoyed it or difficulty? Because those are two separate rankings.
No, we're not talking difficulty. Just overall enjoyment. Overall.
We should rank all the Soulsborne games then.
Yeah,
All right,
let's.
let me,
all right, yeah, I did that.
go ahead and pull up a
Let's
list.
see.
But I want to say this
I don't
though.
know if I can rank them all right now, but I
So
was just
Sekiro can't be in there. You
No,
guys are
Sekiro,
anti.
No Sekiro.
No,
just
no
Soulsborne.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
Nah,
Alright.
Sekiro is too. I don't
I
know.
feel like I couldn't rank.
Different?
Yeah, with Sekiro.
But like, yo, it's not Demon Souls got maybe easier bosses, but it's the
The OG.
enemies and the it's
new
the
game
areas.
cycle.
It's the areas and the world tendency. It's just unique in that way.
Yeah, well, let's do two separate rankings. Let's do for favorite
Difficulty.
overall and then difficulty next. So
Okay.
for favorite overall, I still prefer Bloodborne over like everything, to be
Yes.
honest. But after Bloodborne, it would have to be Dark Souls 3, and then after Dark Souls 3, it would have to
Who's
be
vacuuming or what?
I don't know.
Who's vacuuming?
I don't know who's vacuuming.
That ain't me.
Me. Not me.
You're right.
Not me.
Okay, it's done. But so yeah, Bloodborne will be first, and then Dark Souls 3, and then Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and then Dark Souls 2. That's in regards to what's my favorite. So Salty, you can go next.
Okay.
Yeah, enjoyment.
Yeah, so enjoyment, Bloodborne number 1, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2.
All right, AV.
Mm.
All right. Dark Souls 3. I'm gonna go Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and then Bloodborne. I'm not a big fan
Shit.
of. I am.
Oh shit.
Let me. I wouldn't want to say this.
You don't have to explain it. You don't have to explain.
Okay.
It's
Hey,
fine.
no, I was there, AV. Trust me. Like
I'm not
Bloodborne
the
was.
biggest fan of the theme, the Victorian
Yeah.
Legend goth theme. It's a
Okay,
great
but
game.
You have
It's
to
not my
open your
favorite.
third eye. Okay, it's not gothic horror. It's something else.
Well, there's like one great sword. Like I said, I like great swords. I like to carry the
yeah,
biggest
that
fucking sword and start swinging. There's only one in that game, so I was like, man, I was just like, this game's cool. It's good, but it's.
Yeah, but it was quality over quantity in terms of weapons in that game. You
I don't
know,
know. I just didn't
every
like the
weapon
armor.
was
I
great.
didn't like the weapons. It was just like the
Saw
bosses were
Cleaver
great.
still one of the dopest weapons.
The bosses were great in the game. It's just like I wasn't a big fan of
It's
the style.
very shocking.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
I mean,
do
I
get
know
it.
The first person to say
it
that.
definitely has a lack of build variety in comparison to Dark Souls, especially
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3. So, all right, what about you, Blaze?
I don't even know how to do this, man. I really don't. It's like picking my kids right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, look. I mean, because I put so much time into PvP and I fell in love with PvP more on Dark Souls 3, I have to go with it. If we're gonna go on a different topic, we'll do that after. But all right, yeah, Dark Souls 3. Fuck, man. I would go Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2.
All right, that's good. Okay, what about you, Ryan?
Bloodborne, Demon Souls, and I'll just say Dark Souls for the others.
Okay,
So Demon Souls over Dark Souls. Okay. Gosh. Okay. So for me, like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 are like interchangeable. Bloodborne, the rabbit hole I went down in that lore and how much like research and how much I played that game. I have like so many hours in that game. I feel like it has to be at the top. But Dark Souls 3 is like right there. I freaking love Dark Souls 3.
Oh.
I love it.
yeah, I love Dark Souls 3 too.
I'm having trouble like where I'm going to put Demon Souls, but it's probably like in the middle. You know what happened with me with Dark Souls 1? I had issues. I didn't get to finish it. I'm going to finish it.
Oh my god, you have to.
And Dark
All right.
Souls 2 is like below Demon Souls.
That's
But
my baby.
I liked Dark Souls 2 though.
Yeah,
That's
me
yeah.
too.
Oh,
That's
pretty
my
awesome.
baby.
biased. It was my first Souls after Bloodborne, so I'm a little biased, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was
That was my first
difficult
Souls
for
game as
me.
well,
that
so.
that game destroyed me. So
I think Dark Souls 2 is hard. Look,
it's hard.
Dark Souls
It
2
was
is
hard.
seriously one of the hardest out of all of them. I'm just being
Yeah.
honest.
It is.
Do you
Just
think
how
it's the
I think just in terms of how they throw shit at you, you know, and then the
Mhm.
movement is not as fluent. Like when you play Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls, it was just a different kind of movement. Like
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
you would say 2 is the hardest of the whole Souls game. We're
Not-
gonna get to
Well,
that
we're
later,
we're
right?
gonna do that now,
Okay,
actually.
Yeah.
All right, is Demon Souls noob friendly? No.
No, it's
Is it
not.
noob friendly?
for
No.
us. For us,
I mean,
we play these, but not for a newbie.
I mean, listen. All I gotta say is that out of everyone I saw talking about picking up Demon Souls, I've only seen pictures of the first fucking area from a lot of these people. People on the channel. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying, dog.
I made sure I showed the credits.
You know, I'm just fucking saying, okay?
Talk about it, and you can check stats. Like, so there's no hiding. Like, I did New Game Plus, I did this, I did. Are you sure? Because now I can go check now. So
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Jez though, man. He beat the Iron Spider. He he doesn't like Souls games, so he's making his way through it, man. He's doing it.
All I'm saying is like something that's a big point of contention with me is that, especially with the console war stuff, I do not like people using Bloodborne or Demon Souls as talking points for the console war when they can't beat the games.
Exactly.
I'm like, why are you talking about a game you can't even beat? What's going on?
Demon Souls is so fucking, it's such a variety. It gives you PS5. You go to fucking trophy list, never even touch the fucking.
You're looking, you're like, what? I see that you beat Phalanx, but nothing else. Like, what's going on? But so in regards to difficulty, I posted about this earlier. When I first got into New Game Plus, and I was in my feelings about New Game Plus, dude. I was upset. I was like, "Hey, yo, Demon Souls is so hard. This shit is fucking me up, man." And I ranked Demon Souls as like the most difficult for me. But like now that I'm in like New Game Plus 2, and I have my build together, and I'm like, all right, let me stop and think about this, and let me run through these areas again. I'm gonna have to amend my initial statement saying that Demon Souls was the hardest for me, because it's like I had more trouble going through Dark Souls again than I did for Demon Souls. So for the rank of difficulty for me, it would be Dark Souls 1, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, and then Dark Souls 2. Now for Dark Souls 2, I don't know, maybe it's like a fever dream. Maybe I hallucinated the entire experience. Maybe it's just I blocked it out of my mind. I cannot remember a thing from Dark Souls 2. I can't remember any of the bosses except for the frog one. I can't remember the build I ran. I can't remember anything. Now, I don't know if it's because I played Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2 within months of each other in quick succession.
That's probably why.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
After playing this, Neo just feels lazy.
Yeah, so it's like Dark Souls 2 is at the bottom of
I can't fuck with that game.
Dark Souls 2 is at the bottom of my list for everything, just because I can't fucking remember anything.
Bro, Dark Souls 2 gets a lot of flack. You know what it is? If people did look, Miyazaki didn't make it. You don't even know what you can't even smell Miyazaki. Shut up. Like, I hate that shit. But look, Dark Souls 2 introduced a lot of good shit because people were mad about bonfires.
Yeah.
They were mad that you can fast travel. Look, the bad thing about Dark Souls 2 is the level design. Nothing's in it. Everything is you have to travel by bonfire. Like, if you go to Dark Souls 1, bro, the reason why there's no fast traveling with bonfires through half of the game is because everything connects. It's fucking incredible, bro. That level design is incredible, bro. And Bloodborne is the second best when it comes to level design, bro. I remember pulling up, and I'm in Yarman all over again. I'm like, what the? I climb up the ladder.
The old hunter's dream.
That shit was crazy, dude. And like and when you found the old hunter's dream there as well, that shit was amazing. I was like, holy shit,
you guys are making me want to play Bloodborne again. This is crazy.
I want to play it too, but like
that's fired up.
Bro, I was shocked that we had to fight Gurman. I remember that fight was just so dope the first time.
So good.
I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna get up, and then something else is gonna happen. This fucker says Gurm enjoys the hunt. I'm like, what? And you got to kill him. And then a lot of people didn't even understand the ending, like where the god, you know, what I'm talking about with the tentacles that you need.
Yeah,
like he basically takes your soul and makes you Gurman. It's replacement.
I think Dark Souls 3 had the hardest bosses, I want to say.
Really? I thought Dark Souls 3 was the easiest, actually.
No, you know what it is? Because, look.
Some of the bosses.
Some of the bosses were extremely hard, bro. I remember people literally, like, saying, dude, I can't, like, to the listen, like, there's multiple, this is, I think.
Boss.
Nameless King.
There's multiple
Nameless
phases.
King.
That's when they did that, the Nameless King. And they added multiple phases. So you think you kill the boss, and now you drink all your Estus, and you're like, oh shit, this is just starting. Like, now what do I do? So I think, I don't know. It's tough to say, man. It's just, you know.
Well, I think I'm looking through the list. All right, real quick. Let's go through the Dark Souls 3 bosses. So Udix Gundyr is easy as fuck. So is the Fort of the Florio Valley. So is the Curse Rod at Greatwood.
Yep.
Easy.
A case can be made for the Crystal Sage, but you just have to be careful with that one. I think the Abyss Watchers, their health pool is way too low. The Deacons of the Deep are super easy until they curse you. As long as you don't get cursed, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah.
High Lord Warnio is just super fucking annoying, to be quite honest. Like,
yeah, it's his poison fog stuff or whatever.
The Old King is a typical Dark Souls boss, so he's fine. Now let's talk about Pontiff Sullivan.
Ooh, that's when it gets
boss.
tough. That's when the game really starts right there.
Yeah. So I didn't necessarily struggle with Pontiff Sullivan, but he's a fight I enjoy. He's a fight I enjoy.
Yeah, very, very much. Yeah.
Lionel says, you got us rate Demon Souls difficulty without those protection spells, man. Lionel, I didn't use any protection spells my first playthrough.
Yeah, I still haven't used them.
Yeah, I didn't start using protection spells till New Game Plus because...
Are you talking about the protection from magic or whatever?
Yeah, using warding or...
warding, the green stuff you put on you.
Lionel keeps bringing it up. Like, dude, I didn't use protection for my first playthrough. I just used it for my second playthrough. I had the spell for warding, and I didn't even know about second chance until I was playing with Sin in New Game Plus. He like did kind of like when I did it in front of you, Erica. You're like, yo, what is that? And he was like, oh, this is second chance. I'm like, let me go ahead and go get second chance, you know? So I played through the game the first time without any protection. So please stop bringing it up.
I feel like I saw you the one time and just like thinks you did it the whole time.
You know what it is too? I'm bringing up Dark Souls 3 because I played like the Ring City and the Ashes of Ariandel, I think it was called.
Yeah. The DLC is
the DLC had one of the best bosses fucking ever, dude. Ever.
Which boss is that?
Which one?
That's
the chick?
The chick, yeah. That boss was fucking incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Multiple phases.
Listen. I feel like I'm in the minority. I cannot stand Ashes of Ariandel. I don't like that DLC at all. Especially mind you, I beat the game and the DLC came out after the game, right? So the items that you get from that area do not match your level. It's like large Titanite charge or whatever, right? Which I get it because you're supposed to go there when you get to the Cathedral of the Deep. I understand that. But like, it's like I had beat the game already, right? And then like, I felt like the items that were there weren't worth it, except for I like the shield and I like the bow, right? And then it's like those crows were like, "What's good? Let me just." Those crows are so annoying. And they were just hanging out in the distance, like literally hanging in the distance, and I'm like, I see you hanging there, like what the fuck, right? And then later, when Lady Frida went to that third phase, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is this? I was like, bro, you're fucking.
Those DLCs were tough. They're frustrating.
So I mean,
Game Plus is gonna be a nightmare regardless.
I recently replayed Ashes of Ariandel right before Demon Souls came out with Sin Vendetta, right? And we were like going back and forth in our worlds. Now Sin is like New Game Plus a million basically. So we went to go fight Lady Frida, and like I'm like, bro, what New Game cycle are you? Like, what cycle are you? Like, what is going on? Like, it was rough. But okay, for the rest of the bosses, there's Yorm the Giant, which was easy. Now, I had a lot of problems with Aldridge, the Devour. I had a lot of problems with Aldridge. I was scared.
It was a decent fight. Yeah,
it's a good fight though.
Wait, when he shoots his arrows in the air and all of them start raining down, I was like, bro, like, what is going on, right? And so I had trouble with Aldridge, and then I didn't have any problems with the dancer.
I did actually.
Oh, I did. I definitely did.
Dude,
yeah.
She was swinging on me like just like crazy, man.
And the timing of those moves.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I had trouble with her.
She like swings like 6 times. It's like, what is she doing? Is she done spinning yet?
She's just spinning and spinning. It's like
because doesn't she have like a second phase where she just starts sweet like
spinning like
and
if you're
when you put her health like
shit. Yeah.
And if you're out of stamina, it's a wrap.
Yeah, no, I like when I went through the game again, I went to go fight her and I was just like, oh, this is not a problem. I had a lot of fun with Dragon Slayer armor. I had a lot of fun with Dragon Slayer.
That's a great fight.
Yeah.
It's great.
And the one after it?
The one after it, yes, with Lothric. Lothric and Lorian's my favorite fight. Like
epic.
The Soul series, like in general, right? Yeah. But there's Osiris Osiros, he was a optional boss.
Yeah.
He can eat a dick, okay? And then Champion Gundyr was pretty great too. I like that boss fight. I think I had trouble with Champion Gundyr. The Ancient Wyvern was trash, and then I had a lot of trouble with the Nameless King just because his first phase is pretty garbage. I hate
the camera. It's the freaking
yeah,
camera.
it's the camera, dude.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hit the Wyvern's head. I was like, bro.
Yeah, it was rough.
Bro. And then I really like the Soul Ascender.
Yeah,
So
you
know,
it was easy.
Great freaking fights though. Like the
those are all
music,
great
dude.
fights.
The music in Dark Souls 3. Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, I mean, if
So
we're
good.
we can talk about the boss fights, the bosses in Demon Souls, and let's start with we'll start with Phalanx. What are our thoughts on Phalanx, guys?
Easy.
Oh my god.
Just
Trash.
a pile of trash. I don't know what that was.
You could literally be blindfolded and
shields.
just you know, light your sword on fire and you're
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure.
and the thing about Phalanx is once you kill the little blobs, it's just like a giant blob that she can't attack. You know, she can't do
There's
anything.
no attack. Yeah.
Yeah, they raised the defense more so on the phalanx. You know, the little shields around her.
Yeah.
They
And New
do a
Game
little
Plus.
bit,
That's
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
That's a lot. That's what I want to say. A lot of people were uploading their boss with Phalanx. And I'm like, are you guys serious? You guys feel accomplished? Like people really thought they were badass. First boss down. Let's go. I'm like, I guess that's just me being ignorant. I guess I don't know. Like,
Blaze, I've only seen people upload Tower Knight and Phalanx. I'm looking, except for Erica and Big Cloud, who I watched. You know, it's just I'm looking around. I'm like, where's the other fight?
Has it been like a week or so? How long has it been since they put
Yeah.
them up?
I know everybody here like died to
I
Vanguard.
died like 7 times. The boss is still beat in that one stream. It's crazy.
Did everybody die to Vanguard in the beginning?
I
That's
died.
That's the demon that you end up
Yeah.
seeing at the.
Oh yeah.
Don't
I
you have a
have-
special item if you beat him?
For some reason,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
do.
get that
You get-
option to fight him
Oh,
again.
you get
in
Is
New
it a
Game
trophy
Plus.
to kill him?
No, it's not a trophy.
Okay.
God.
It's more
Ugh.
like it's he's
Items, right?
supposed to kill you, but if you reign triumphant, you get a lot. You know, it's a
Yeah, and then you go to the dragon, right? Yeah.
All right, Armored Spider.
That fucker is
He
probably.
can be a pain. He can be a
He's
pain if you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
man.
I beat him in my first try, but like in the beginning, I beat him in the beginning. I was fatty rolling still, so like how
Same.
Erica was saying, I just
Mhm.
had a bunch of grass, just kept eating grass when he would fire off his web or spit all the fire out and stuff like that, and just as soon as he would stop, I'll just run towards him and just start swinging on him.
And speaking of the spider boss, go ahead, Salty.
If you have magic, it's a wrap, dude. It's easy. So
Or
You can
range.
sit back and you don't
Yep.
got to worry about the
Yep.
nothing really. But that boss is super important in terms of 2 spells and the lava bow, bro. Like the lava bow is like honestly, bro. Without that bow, like bro, that bow
That
came
bow's
in
amazing.
handy for me, bro.
Yeah.
That bow is a beast, dude.
What's up, Chris?
mhm.
Yeah, that bow is my favorite bow to use. I mean, it's the only one I there's the white oak one, but I don't have the stats for it.
I had a compound bow that I was using, but then I realized, you know what? Let me just use. And then I was like, damn, I regretted it after because that boss soul you need if you want to get the trophy. You need it twice.
You need it.
So-
yeah, you do.
A thing with this game compared to like Dark Souls 3, like it's kind of annoying that you have to get these demon souls and then like go to that guy that's in what is it 3 or whatever the blacksmith, and then you have to like
World 2.
I honestly haven't even made a boss weapon because I use the spells, I use the souls for that. Like, how do you even go about it? Do you like you get one of the weapons and then turn it into a boss weapon, or
gotta get
what?
it to
You
plus
use
6.
basically you'll get duplicates of a lot of the same weapons, and you use those weapons. But you have to upgrade that weapon to like 7 first.
Plus 8. I
With
think it's
that-
plus 8,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like 7 plus 8, and then after you do that, then you have the option to make it into basically a boss weapon. But you need the soul of that boss plus whatever it's required.
Whatever.
You need to kill Flame Lurker, bring that soul to him, and then
Yeah.
Make the boss
then you'll be able to
Yeah,
make boss
see, I did that, and then I was like, well, where the fuck are these weapons? And then I just
Yeah.
gave up on it, and then I just went magic
It's
with it.
confusing, Salty. Like it's not like Dark Souls 3 where it
Yeah.
showed a list of stuff you can
What
use.
you can
Yeah,
make.
it's very.
And it's also
confusing.
not like Bloodborne where you can get souls like strictly from dismantling weapons. Y'all remember that? That big
Yeah, I kind of remember
Yeah,
that.
you have to be like really careful and really like if you choose to make this weapon, don't use a meltstone shard to break it down because you won't get that material back. Like
You
it's
won't.
old. Dude.
Yeah, you won't.
So all right, cool. Fool's Idol.
I
wasn't really
like
hard of a boss.
I liked the way it looked.
I
Yeah.
like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And how she was kind of like.
I love the lore. I love the lore.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I just learned about that today. It's creepy as heck.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
You know what's funny about that boss? So I thought my game was glitched, right? I beat this boss like 3 times in a row. And I kept hearing dude laugh.
I did the same thing.
I know. I heard about you. Trust me. And I kept hearing dude laugh, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'd leave, and then the fog wall would be. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is good? And then I thought in my head, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta kill the fucking dude upstairs and grab the. Yo, my dumbass was. I felt so dumb, bro. I forgot about that, man.
The thing of it is, if you talk to the old merchant,
she tells you. That's the thing.
You. Yeah.
I wasn't. I knew. Listen, I beat Demon Souls. This is the thing. I was just.
So you just forgot then. You
I was just fucking dumb, bro. I don't know what to
Nah, dude, you just forgot. It's been 10 years, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's crazy.
At least you weren't streaming it and your whole chat just was not telling you on purpose. Is
it that or they don't know? Hey, listen, a lot of
they definitely knew. Like they're like, don't tell her, don't tell her. They were telling each other that. I'm like, dude, what are you guys not telling me?
But a lot of people in the chat, and I'm not saying anybody's chat in particular, but I hate cheerleaders that say, oh, I can do this, and oh, come on, you're dying. Like, listen, bro.
Oh yeah, the backseat gamer.
Let me see you play before you run your mouth. Bro.
Exactly.
They'll say, "Oh, you took the easy route. You got magic. Come on, man." I'm like, "Motherfucker, why don't you fucking play the fucking game? Tell me this magic really fucking is a crutch." Okay.
I just tell them the same thing all the time. Like, okay, let me see your gameplay. And then
I always tell people, I'm like, let me see your stats before you speak to me.
Exactly. Like, yo, you're one shot as well. I'm like, yeah, I'm one shot in fucking minions, not the fucking boss. It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Magic doesn't work on all bosses.
That's true. That's very true. I didn't have any problems with the Fool's Idol. I mean, she's fine. I mean, all these bosses are fine, but I love the lore behind her. I talked about the Adjudicator already, so you guys want to talk about your experiences?
I beat him on my first try, but it literally took like 6-7 minutes because I didn't know you were supposed to swing on that that knife sticking out of his stomach. So I kept swinging on him. I was like, dude, why is this guy's health not fucking going down? And then I accidentally hit the blade stuck and it comes out. And I was like, motherfucker, dude.
Yo, AV, you made the mistake of going down there, bro. I just pounded that dude out with arrows. You know what I mean? I'm just shooting that bird.
So where do you just shoot his head?
The top of
you just shoot the top.
The Adjudicator's the bird, not the bird is
it's a little bird, yellow bird on his head.
And you get the trophy for that, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, you know Dark Souls, man, they hit you through the wall. Like I'm seeing his tongue come through the wall and hit me. I'm like,
through the top.
Like, what's going on with this?
Plus, I think every floor crumbles, right? As when you start swinging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we couldn't hit through the floor.
Yeah, especially in New Game Plus, I had to go downstairs because he was like slapping me around with his tongue paws. So yeah, okay. Leechmonger. Eric, I want to hear Erica's experience with Leechmonger.
Yeah,
there's nothing to say, Luca. I seen it for a second, and then he was gone. By the time, because like I was co-oping with Luca, all right, and Luca was protecting me. I guess I don't know. I'm making my way down there. Put my fire on my sword. I do one hit. The dude's dead. I'm like, I look at the health. I'm like, where is his health? Luca's just laughing.
It's funny.
Luca killed him.
I think I killed that boss from the top. Magic.
Oh man.
Magic? I just used a sword and literally hit him. How many times I hit him? Like 7 times.
That was my last area I went in. So I literally beat all those 3 bosses in my last. Those were my last 3 bosses in that area.
Valley of Carmen has the easiest bosses. Does anyone disagree or?
Yeah, definitely.
The easiest bosses.
You can literally, especially like you can literally pick all those bosses off from range. All of them.
Yep.
There's a sweet spot for every single one.
So
just fire or whatever.
Easiest boss is shitty areas.
That's true. My first experience with Leechmonger, I was hitting him with soul arrow, but he kept healing, so I had to go down there and hit him with fire. So
and how cool those leeches all over you,
very cool,
all over you and shit. Like that was cool, bro.
Burn it off.
All right,
burn it off, yo.
Tower Knight.
Cool as fuck looking, but dude is easy. I mean,
it's iconic though.
My first playthrough,
it's cool.
It was easy. On New Game Plus, it took me a good 4 or 5 tries to beat it.
Yep,
he was fucking me. he was one hitting me with when he slammed his shield sideways. That was just like the range of that.
Yeah, that was the only time to
Like
really
I'd
hit.
be out of the circle and I'd still be flying like 50 feet away. I was like, what? It's like, come on, dude. It's like, what?
You know, did you guys play Lords of the Fallen? Like that shit is trash.
I
But
tried and I
it's
dropped
trash.
it.
Hey,
dropped it.
they all the enemies have shields like that, like literally, and you can't stagger them. You're just hitting the shields. It just reminds me of that shit. It's funny.
Yeah, everyone, you know, Defloid saying the same thing. He kicked my ass on New Game Plus. He kicked my ass on New Game Plus too, and I was always as well. That is, New Game Plus as well, because I was trying to kill him without hitting those archers, so it was like extra difficult for me.
So I died 4 times New Game Plus. I can't beat him. I'm getting close. I even put the clip of like 2 clips where I kill him and he lands on me and I die.
Yeah,
that happened to me twice, and he
You
had
still,
no health.
You still fighting him?
No, that's long past. But so I said, you know what? Let me try randomly summon some. So I summon somebody, and I'm like running straight to the boss, and I look at him, and he's running straight for the archers. I'm like, I need that fucking trophy. I'm like, God damn it! So I disconnect. I go back. I summon some other guy. What does he do? Go straight for the. I said, man, I gotta do this shit by myself, bro. I was just so frustrated. I didn't want to deal with it. I was telling Luke, I was like, yo, I don't want to go through with this shit anymore. I don't want the platinum anymore. This shit is too much, bro. I gotta play the game 3 times because my dumbass decided I'll take care of it on new. Because Dark Souls 3, I was on New Game Plus 6.
I'm on New Game Plus 5.
And
there's like a 5 or 6 one of them.
Spike. There's a tiny little spike in terms of difficulty. And Demon Souls, it's like a 50% boost.
Yeah,
1 to 100, dude, just like that, man.
Like your stats don't mean shit. In the game.
So can you summon someone and have them help you fight them without killing the archers and still get the trophy?
Yeah, you just don't kill
them. If they don't kill the archers.
The only issue is
I might need your help on that one. I might hit you up.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Like the only issue is that if you summon someone, they have to know not to hit the archers. You know?
Just summon somebody you know.
You know what's cool too, and
What's
I didn't know
meta?
this. Luca put me on this. You can summon somebody after you beat a boss. That's a no-no in Dark Souls, like period. Like after you beat the boss, you can't summon anybody. You can invade, you can do stuff like that, but you can't summon anybody. But now in Demon Souls, you can kill the boss in the area and still have somebody summon. That's dope.
Yeah, I really think it has to do with the tendencies, the world tendencies, because some of those events are difficult. So it would make sense if you could summon someone in to help you out. Hey, shout out to Meta, a brother Meta, member of Scumcast, becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate you, brother. It's all good, man. Enjoy your auction. Hey, if you guys like comics, be sure to check out Meta's channel. Meta or Hustle, go ahead and drop Meta's channel. But yeah, man. That's what I've been co-oping with people because I've been having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, and like even Erica, I was like, Erica, do you have the thief ring? And Erica's like, no, I don't. I was like, Erica, it was right next to Estrava. I know you've seen Estrava because I've seen you talk to him.
I was like, I don't have the ring though. I looked through my stuff. I didn't have it.
So yeah,
you know
Erica,
the thief ring pops up twice.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I didn't get it both times.
It can even be 3 times if you kill Patches.
Yeah, that's right. In the swamp, in
it's in the swamp.
1-1 in the swamp, and also if you kill Patches. Yeah, so Erica summoned me in to 1-1, and I was like, okay, let's go get your ring because you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's really cool that you can continue to summon people in. And I realized that because I got invaded in an area where I already beat a boss. I was like, why am I getting invaded? Because in the other Souls games, like you said, once you beat the boss, you can't get invaded. It's over, So that was really cool for me too. All right, Flame Lurker.
Great fight.
Great fight.
Amazing.
A lot of splash damage. That's what was killing me or getting me because I didn't die. But it was a good fight. Awesome fight.
All right.
I don't recall him being.
But he was just awesome.
I beat him my first try. Yeah.
I got him the second try because the first try I only had 3 grass. I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna last me. And it's kind of the same thing. Like I just tanked it. I take a hit here and there, and then just pop the grass, and then I'd be back in there. And I got it done second try. But it was a cool fight. Like the music, cutscene, his like smash moves and all that, and you like dodging through it, rolling through it. Like it was epic. It was cool. I liked it.
Okay, Dragon God.
Trash. Worst shit in the game, man.
I died.
Worm or whatever the fuck that thing was.
Didn't know what I was doing. I actually looked it up because I'm like, I don't know what the freak I'm doing.
I had to look it up too because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, what the fuck
for what? What's this for?
Care.
Dragon God.
Dragon God.
Oh yeah, that can be super frustrating if you don't know that you gotta. A lot of people are just trying to run out of like it's RNG. No, bro, you gotta look at his head.
Yeah.
His head's moving left and right, dude. It's not RNG, dude. Just look
See
up.
the dudes who actually beat him, but they end up dying from his breath because you got hit his chin.
Yeah, bro, that happened a lot. That seriously, dude, because that almost happened to me. Like you're going to hit him and he's breathing, and then like your health diminishes quickly like that.
I was so scared too because the video I watched, I guess I don't know what they were using. Maybe it was the hands or whatever.
Yeah, that's a trophy too.
They said it was going to take like 20 minutes to kill it with the tongue. And then I get there, so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be horrible. I killed it really fast with the Falchion.
Well, honestly speaking, those people they probably
God hands or whatever.
Okay, they probably were not scaled to use.
Right.
God.
That's probably what it was. Yeah.
Like what I did was I got him down with arrows and spells, and I just went up when he was super low. And I hit him a couple times. He was gone. I got the trophy. So
yeah, the final hit has to be with the hands of God. You can hit him as much as you want with anything else.
The hands of God is that like a spell or something?
They were
no,
it's a weapon. It's a weapon.
Like a fifth weapon.
Yeah.
You get it right outside of Flame Lurker's boss room.
Okay, so I got to do that too.
You know
Is that upgraded at all or no? Some on New Game Plus?
I can upgrade it. I mean,
I don't think it can be upgraded.
No, don't even. You don't need to, bro. You're literally just punching him when he's down. Like you don't need to waste it.
All right. This man's hustle. Yeah, I'm suffering from PTSD from Demon Souls. He just looked at the first boss. Did you even get to the first boss? Talk about PTSD.
I don't think
oh my god, you are a trip, hustle. All right, Maneater.
Yeah,
it was
I like the fight,
but trash layout with the small bridge and everything. It's a cool concept.
Cool concept, yeah, but just kind of glitchy, AI kind of trippy.
I dodged that boss the most.
Yeah, the glitchy AI is what really got me. I was pissed trying to hit them too.
That reminds me of a boss
trapped
fight.
Beneath the elevator, Luca. Like he tried to hit me, and he disappeared for the whole game. I'm like, okay, interesting.
It was just funny because I would be like hitting him, and he would just take off,
just fly away.
I'm like, where are you going? I'm right here.
Yeah,
and then
that actually,
he would just stay there in the air, and then finally come down after like what felt like a minute.
Not with me.
I do.
That happened when me and Blaze were playing. I even put it on Twitter. He fucking disappeared. I was like, what
flew away, bro. Here we go. That's what I said. As soon as he starts flying around like an idiot, just I'm like, oh my god.
All right, Old Monk.
Trash.
Kind of trash.
That was disappointing.
Easy.
Very disappointing.
I just want to let you guys know, fighting Old Monk on New Game Plus, he almost killed me. I was fighting the NPC person. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, because I went in there like, this finna be a breeze. And I was like, nah, I guess not. I guess fucking not. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, of the difficulty spike with him. I was shocked. Okay, Old Hero.
I like that fight.
That was cool. I liked it.
It's a cool fight. I like
Old Hero.
I don't know.
He didn't look like a Souls boss though. Like the way he's animated, he looks weird, like a cartoon or something.
By the way, that Old Monk, depending on your luck, if you get a good PvP guy, if you're playing offline, whatever, but you're playing an actual player. The Old Monk, you're playing a real player. You know what I mean? Whoever invades in that area becomes the Old Monk.
Yeah, it's a pretty
9 out of 10 times. It's really unique and really cool. So if I invade in Upper Latria, I'm gonna become the Old Monk. Usually, not all the time.
I actually got to beat him one time.
Yeah.
Okay, first it disconnected. I was like, damn it. And then I did it again. And the dude was outside fighting and he died on the outside. So I got the thing. I got the wrap and everything, but I didn't technically like fight him. I was like, dang.
It's a tough stairwell. You got 2 of those squid
people.
Yeah, no, that stairwell is bullshit, dude.
You could tell he was struggling. Well, he ain't gonna make it. And sure enough, he died.
Yeah. Okay. And Storm King, I think we talked a lot about that. Let's talk about Dirty Colossus.
Trash.
Just predictable, the same
really
move
easy.
over and over.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed about these bosses is like they're not super aggressive. Like they don't really chase
Flame Lurker and
maybe just him. Yeah, and a line.
Penetrator.
Other than that, they kind of just sit there and like do their moves, and you're able to back off and like heal like anytime. Even Penetrator, I thought, okay, this is going to be the one. This guy's going to like lunge at me, cover a lot of ground, and he never really did. So,
yeah. Demon Souls, you got to understand, it's the first attempt for them to make a
right.
That game, Demon Souls deserves more credit than any other game just because it spawned everything you know now. Surge,
Exactly.
Lords of the Fallen, and everything. That's why
Code Vein, Neo.
Yeah, and they
Code
kept
Vein,
it
Neo.
true. They
Yeah.
could have adjusted it and made things, but
they should have adjusted that man-eater AI.
they definitely should have.
Saying, like,
I'm
never gonna
they
get
kept
over
it
it.
though because to like keep it like
well,
traditional
listen,
to like what the
they're
fans
all
loved
like,
about
wait,
the
wait,
game, you know
okay.
what I mean?
The thing of it is, I would be with you if they didn't make other adjustments. Like they took out the glitch, the duping glitch. They also gave you the quality of life update in which you could just send shit back. It's not even a problem. So they made other changes. They could have fixed that fucking AI.
Yeah,
that's true.
At least take out the glitch where he disappears under the bridge. Like that.
but they're using the original code.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
when
true.
people
I can't
say,
believe it
"Wow, it
happened to
feels
you
so,"
3
so
times.
original. That's
Yeah,
because
that's
they're
true.
using the code. It's
Crazy.
hard.
Yeah, that's true.
crazy.
Right. All right. I talked a lot about Maiden Estrella. What about your experiences with her?
I just did the bow and arrow thing. Yeah, because I
fought the
tried to
knight.
parry that dude. It was so inconsistent. I can parry him like 1 or 2 times, then I couldn't.
He hits the wall most of the time, so you
Yeah.
can heavy attack him a bunch of times because he's hitting
I
the
thought
wall.
that was too weak or something. Like, I just
He-
wasn't putting damage on him.
he
And then he
heals a
healed
lot, though.
himself, so I was like,
He-
forget it.
That guy heals a ton.
That's definitely a boss you can't really use magic on because he's got anti-magic weapons.
I don't know what you guys did, but if you go to the right, not to the left where he is, go all the way to the right and go off the edge, and you just zoom in with your bow, and
Yeah,
you
that's what I
can
did.
kill him, kill her, and get the trophy for not killing him. It's super easy, bro. Like I don't like. That's probably the easiest boss in the game. I literally walk up. I'm not even no mind. I'm eating chips and shit. Like I'm not even paying attention. It's literally nobody bothers you.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah,
that's
that's
definitely
true.
facts. I agree.
That's true.
I do like the lore, like how you say
The lore
I
is
like.
the lore is amazing.
I really like
No,
his
it's cool.
loyalty. Like
I don't know. I feel
you're not
bad
getting
for the
passed, you know?
bastards that went down there with those little babies because
The babies that
your shit
I-
and you get plagued.
I tried
Yep.
that. I won't lie.
Yeah, I think Defloid even. I was cackling because someone told me like, yeah, Luca, I went down there with the plague babies. I'm like, you did what?
Plague
I was like,
babies.
you did what? Oh, good luck. I mean, they listen. I remember when I killed her, dude. When I killed her, I didn't even go down to get her soul. I warped back to the other bonfire, right?
A lot of people didn't do that.
Right,
Lost a lot of
I
souls.
warped back, and
Mhm.
then I went back to the Nexus, I killed myself, grabbed my soul again, and then I went to go grab her stuff. And then I didn't even bother with the plague babies. I was like, I don't need whatever's over there in the fucking swamp. Okay, I don't need it. All right, let me get out of here.
You could farm those eyes with those plague babies. You know what I'm saying? The eyes of the blue to turn human.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
didn't
drop
know
those.
Oh,
Yep.
that's cool. Okay.
And then, first of all, that'd be a cool band name. Plague Babies.
Plague
Like,
Babies, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, dude, I was just like, no fucking.
You can't even move in
A
there.
lot of people lost their souls going down
Yeah.
there trying to grab items when they should have just went to the Nexus and spent their money.
And
Mhm.
fucking ruined their fucking world tendency. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Oh,
I was
that's
like, what are you
right.
doing? Yeah, I was like, nah, let me go ahead and kill myself, bro.
I died before that, thankfully. Like I went down there to try and like get to her because I thought, oh, let me get around this, or like fall down on the other side and get around him. Nope, don't do it.
All right, penetrator.
Easy.
Easy.
Easy first time. He's a bitch the second.
Cool fight though. He looks,
Yeah,
he
it's
looks
a cool
fucking
fight.
awesome. He looks
He's-
fucking badass.
I think
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of the more traditional boss fights in regards to like later on in the series.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's definitely like a Dark Souls.
Souls.
type fight.
Dopest,
Mhm.
dopest armor in the game by
Yeah,
far.
his armor's pretty sick, man.
Yeah, he looks right out of Dark Souls 3,
Yeah,
honestly.
Dark
Mhm.
3. Yeah.
All right, and then
Can you get his sword by any chance?
you can get
Yeah,
a
you
sword.
get it from the NPC, right? After that, right? After you fight him, there's like the NPC with the penetrating sword. That's the sword, right?
Yeah, you can get a sword. Yes,
Yeah.
from that NPC.
How
right
strong
after.
is it? Is it a weak or?
I don't know. I
It's-
didn't.
I heard
I
it's
didn't
trash,
use it.
from what I've heard.
Yeah,
Really good.
I heard
Yeah.
you had like be sneaky with it or something like that.
All right. Okay, I want to talk about my experience with Ode King Gallant. All right. So first playthrough, homie was a breeze. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. Let me go ahead and kill Gallant, and just it's fine. New game plus. He caught me 3 times with his soul drain. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I fucking doing
Explain
right now? So he
soul drain
stole
to
my
these
fucking
people.
levels. Okay,
Right.
so essentially
It's
what happens
permanent
is,
level.
and this is the only fucking game in the Soul series that does this, right? King Gallant, his hand will start glowing blue.
Mhm.
And if you are in the general vicinity of that, he can snatch you up he can steal a level from you.
Meaning, if you were
usually
100,
that
you're
kills you.
99 now.
Exactly. And so, like, my endurance went from 30 to 27. I was like, bro, I was like, Alon, please, like, leave me alone. But you know, I listen, it was fine. I was like, okay, let me try different things with him because he's strong against magic and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I figured it out. I was able to kill him in order to get the maiden soul and go into New Game Plus 2. So, you know, it happened. But I'm telling on New Game Plus, he was snatching my souls, man. He was snatching them. So just be mindful of that. All right, what about you guys?
I died quite a few times to him, actually. I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't like hard, but like every time he'd be close to being dead, he would just like do that soul snatching move, and that takes out a lot of health. When he grabs you, he only doesn't take a level from you. He does some damage. I did beat him after like my 5th try though. I'm not gonna lie, cheesy. You know that butcher's knife? I used that and just absolutely destroyed him. And like
he's probably the hardest boss. I would say.
He is. Yep.
Death Boy said he went from 90 to 82. Man, I would have been.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm disconnecting my game, buddy.
Damn.
Cut the power cord. No, I got lucky. He only got me once with that. It took me 3 tries, and he took one soul level. That was it. He wasn't bad. He wasn't too aggressive. He just kept doing that swirly move with the damn.
Well, and I told you can interrupt that. You can just run up and hit him.
Run and hit him. Yeah.
I know. I don't know what it was. I just felt like he was easy. I'm like, I just kind of want to ride this out. Like, just kind of just chill back. Like, I wasn't even that aggressive with him, and it's a trip. Like, I felt like he was mad.
It was so funny. I was in the chat watching her, right? And someone was like, "Wow, Erica, what? It seems like the bosses have a lot of health." I was like, "No. She's using a magic weapon against a boss that's strong against magic. It's her."
I did switch the sword though, and then I started putting I was just doing what I can, but it did help. It did do a little more damage, but
I got a couple gripes though. You know, like
it wasn't bad.
In Dark Souls 3, you know, I keep going back there. Like when you beat the game, like you have the option before you go to New Game Plus, and in all of them, you know, you have the option.
Yeah.
So you know, you can go around, you can PvP, you can go farm, you can do whatever, you know. And I just feel like my dumb ass was sitting there like, you know what? It was like 2 in the morning. Like, dude, I'm just gonna beat the game. I've been hanging around co-op and doing this. I just want to beat the game. I just want to say I beat it, you know. And I went and beat it, and I can't tell you how much I regretted beating that game. I regretted beating the game. I'm like, bro, I should have took care of business if I'm going for the so-called plat. Yo, I hate these. I don't give a shit about a platinum right now.
Listen, it is doable, dude. It really is.
I got 7 trophies. I need. That's it. Just 7 trophies, and I'm really.
Bro, we're gonna get him. We're gonna go through it. We're gonna get him.
Get Luca in there. You guys got it.
Because
I'm definitely gonna be hitting up Luca too to help me with some of these trophies.
Listen, I felt the same fucking way. I was like, I was so stupid. I should have stayed in New Game. I should have done this shit in New Game. I just wanted to beat it. I just want to be like, yeah, I beat Demon Souls. You know, I just wanted to be able to say that. It was a fucking mistake. It was a fucking mistake.
It was.
I have a question for the rings. Could you drop them and I pick them up and give them back to you?
You can in Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3 you can.
Listen, guys, if we ever play Dark Souls 3 together, please let's play Dark Souls. I got like 100 solo champions, meaning like I got everything. I got 100 of everything plus in my storage, bro. My boy did this glitch where he uploaded to the cloud and dropped. Like we got all the we're on New Game Plus 5. Like it don't matter. We deserve all that.
Slabs?
Bro, when I tell you, I don't know about slabs, but we got a lot of shit.
When I was like going through, like just looking at my slave file for Dark Souls 3
we gotta play, man.
I was just looking at it like I was like upgrading weapons to +5 and +10 just because. Because I had the material. I was like, what? I'm never going to use these fucking weapons. What am I doing? Why was I doing that? But yeah, I'm so down to play, Blaze. I got
a bunch of +4 weapons.
What is your guys' favorite weapon in Dark Souls 3?
My favorite is the, I think it's called the frayed sword. The frayed, let me look it up. You get it from Medir Soul. Yeah, the frayed blade is my favorite. That's my favorite. I love using it.
Yeah, mine was the Black Knight Ultra Great Sword.
Yep.
Yeah, same. I love that.
In Dark Souls 2 and 3, that was my weapon. And I rocked the same armor from in 2 and 3, the Knight of Faram. That armor.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Dude.
It looks kind of weird in 2, but it looks good in 3.
Yeah, I love that armor.
What's up, Anthony?
And when I picked up the Moonlight Greatsword and Demon Souls, I'm thinking it's Dark Souls 3. So I'm thinking there's sort of a attack where you can shoot out a bolt of fucking energy at him. You know what I mean? And you can't, like, yo, that's the other thing I want to say about Dark Souls. They added heavy attack, regular attack, and then there was a special attack that uses your MP. You know what I mean? Yeah. Your blue bar. You guys remember that? You would hold L2, then R2, you know what I mean? And it did this unique move, and everything was unique. But I will say, like, the backstabs in this game, the animations in this game, they redid all that shit, bro. Like, incredible Demon Souls. But, and they went back and got all the voice actors. Like, that. They did a lot of work.
A gripe I would have with the backstab system and the parry system is that you're doing extra fucking moves. Like, stab him in the stomach, stab him in the side. But you only do damage that first initial hit, so it looks goofy.
Yeah. It does. They need to. Yes, that's the other thing. When you do a backstab, they need to add the damage over time, not all at once.
Yeah,
because you're hitting them once and then you hit them again, and you hit them again, but the same damage is there. They should take it in chunks, like backstab, hit them on the ground, hit them again. You know what I mean? Like I think even Fighting Cowboy was saying that too.
Yeah, he said that same thing.
I love that guy.
Yeah. So overall, it was a very stressful but amazing experience. It was great. Very, very short game, Blaze. I was telling this to the crew. I'm running Rand through it, right? And Rand has 7 hours in the game, and we're at the final boss, dude. Like we're at Penetrator, and then like a lot. So the game is super short if you know where you're going. So you know what you're doing.
You know what's funny? I'm not gonna say their name. There's a YouTuber out here. If you're listening, I love you. You know how when you kill a boss, it saves a picture and a clip.
Mm-hmm.
So this person was running his mouth saying, "Oh, I did this." I said, "Bro," I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Oh, I'll send you the pictures." I'm like, "No, let me see the clips." And he sends me 3 clips on Twitter, and all I see is 2 little blue fairies standing next to him on every clip after the boss. And I'm like, yo, it's all good, bro. And I hate, listen, I'm not trying to listen. Co-oping in Souls is the best part, bro. I swear, there's nothing wrong with co-oping. Like, I don't get that out of your head, bro. There's nothing wrong with it.
If you have a hard time on a boss, there's nothing wrong with something.
It was kind of like a pride thing. Your first playthrough, like you want to beat it your first time. And
I usually beat it.
That's kind of how it was. Like with.
So he was gloating, like as if he did it himself.
Yeah, like I first time. Well, no shit. You got the Blue Army with you, dog.
Yeah, I do feel like though, like you should try and beat the bosses by yourself your first.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I
play.
Should always
play Sekiro. You don't have any option like that.
Trust me, I
hold on.
I love Sekiro, but I mean
Sekiro got some. Listen, I know. Look, I've seen some bosses on Sekiro. And I got so turned off from Sekiro, I stopped playing it because everybody's uploading their little, sneaking up on the boss. You can't. There's no sneaking up in Dark Souls.
Oh, like when you take one.
There's no double resurrection stone. There's no dying and then coming back to life multiple times. There's no jumping on a tree to get away from a boss. Like there's none of that. Like that's all I'm saying. There's no blocking as much as you want. Without being staggered and die. That's all my
that's the only thing you have to worry about in Sekiro.
Your posture will get staggered, though.
Yeah,
breaking their posture.
Yeah, you can't just block forever. You got to time.
Bro, you can compared to Dark Souls, you can block forever.
Yeah, I mean compared, because there's no stamina. Yeah, true, but you still get staggered at some point. They're
but I'm gonna go back to it because
it's got 60.
It's firm software, man. It's not Neo. It's not. Yeah. Surge, it's firm software, so I know
you gotta play it,
bro. You listen to the sound design.
I gotta go back into beat it too.
They're using sounds from Dark Souls, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Backstabs, they sound exactly the same.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I beat every boss by myself, for my first playthrough. But I definitely was getting people in there on my second playthrough. I was like, "Come, please!" I was like, "Please,
pull up, bro.
I need help."
No problem. Pull up.
But like, it was only for 1 or 2 bosses. For the most part, I beat all the bosses on New Game Plus by myself. But I wasn't happy about it. Okay, I was mad about it. So, all right. Racer says, "What do you think of Neo and Neo 2?" Let me tell you about my experience with Neo. So I really liked Neo, and then I had the digital version of the game. I ended up getting locked out of the game, and I was so depressed about being locked out of it that I just stopped playing. And then I didn't even bother with Neo 2. I mean, Sin bought it for me, but I was just like, dude, I'm not going to play it.
Neo 2 was disappointing, honestly.
Yeah,
I didn't like
too
Neo
much
2 at all.
emphasis on that arcane magic.
The level
like,
design
Elder
is
Thing.
trash.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Sucks because you
Kind
didn't
of the
actually
same levels, Salty. I don't know if you noticed. Kind of the same levels.
Well, yeah, they just, I don't know. They don't know how to do level design, and they reuse shit in that game, and it just gets annoying.
Yo, Neo 2 on the Pro, even on cinematic mode, meaning the highest resolution mode, okay, looks like looks like I'm drunk with no contacts, bro. That shit looks horrible. But I want to say this, Neo, before they do this whole remaster trying to get people to buy them games again, Neo and Neo 2 both run at 60 FPS in cinematic mode, both of them, because they were unlocked frame rates. And a lot of people don't know that because Digital Foundry hasn't covered it, but trust me, they're both 60. I tried them. Both of them.
I like Neo, but I didn't really like the character you use. And then Neo 2, you could create your own character, so I was excited to play that. And then I was just like, this game is trash. I dropped it after a couple
It's not bad. It's, you know what? It's the best out of the Soulsborne. It's better than Surge to me.
Yeah.
It's better than Lords of the Fallen. I'll give it that.
Code Vein. I think to me, Code Vein was easy, honestly, but I like Code Vein at the
Code Vein's
like
cool.
Yeah.
I played it and dropped it just because there was other shit happening. But that was a beautiful game. I'm not gonna lie.
They were lazy with the first Neo, though. They used the same soundtrack for all the bosses.
They did do that.
Yeah, there's not a lot of different music.
I mean, bro, we're talking about.
But there's a lot of bosses, though. There's a lot. There's like 27 bosses.
They made a franchise out of it. You know, they're not the most lucrative team out there. You know.
Yeah, Neo 1's definitely better, though.
Yeah, I actually, I'm not all that interested in playing like the Souls-like games.
Me either.
So, Neo was the only one I played.
I think you like Code Vein. Code Vein's really
I did play Code Vein. I did play some of Code Vein. Yeah,
you didn't like it?
No, I just forgot that. You keep mentioning it. Yeah, I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, I played some of it. I didn't beat it though.
Dark Souls 1 though, I don't know who said that. You know, look, can we just get up and play Dark Souls 3? Like we can have like little. I told you I'll do giveaways. Like we'll do a fight club.
Do a tournament?
Yeah, like whatever, just for fun, bro. Just for fun, bro.
Yeah,
I would have to get back to Pontiff though on my new game, like plus time, like.
Yo, I have a level 20 character. That's it, just level 20. I challenge you, AB. Make a level 20 character, not 21, not 19, level 20. Okay, and dude, wow. And by the way, in that game, I can parry fucking anybody, dude.
Oh, you one of those parry
bro?
Guys? Oh,
anybody,
man,
bro. You got to know what you can parry and what you can't. There's certain weapons you just can't parry. You know, but it's just so awesome, bro. The movement, they took Bloodborne and implemented it into Dark Souls 3. Like the quicker movement of Bloodborne went to Dark Souls 3.
I mean, that's very true because those bosses were zooming.
Yeah.
They were just running after you. I'm like, yo, what is going on?
So let me ask you guys this. After playing Demon Souls, are you guys excited for Elden Ring from Software?
Yes.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
I need it fast.
I need to see that at the Game Awards. Like, that needs to be there.
I want Dark Souls 4, dude.
But be there, from what I've heard.
I think it's pretty obvious that Blue Point though is about to become a studio because they're like teasing Metal Gear in the world.
Real quick, I don't want to cut you guys off, but I got to put the kiddos to bed. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for coming through, bro.
Appreciate it.
Talk to you, Salty.
All
right, Salty, bro.
Yeah, we're about to end the stream anyway, but
right now.
my thing is really great stream, guys. Really great conversation.
We like talking about it, bro. That's why.
Yeah, just
not that we all game together, so that's the funny part.
It does feel good talking about Souls games with people that actually like love the game like me, because like I said, not a lot of people that I know personally, you know, like play the game. They might play it once or something like that, but like I love all the Souls games. So it's been actually like,
oh, it's too tough because one boss or because I can't beat a minion. I'm like, bro, that's the beauty in the game.
You know what's crazy? My little niche, you know, weird game that nobody really played before. Now, like that's the thing. Like I remember my cousin imported Demon Souls. I'm like, yo, what is this game? You know, and then he imported. It was all in Japanese, bro. He had to look shit up, and then finally they brought it to America, right? So when he realized, all right, let's people are talking about it, you know. And I just remember just it being niche and like, yo, this is cool. This is our series. This PvP, this co-op. What? The co-op is so weird. Why do we got to put a sign down? Why do we got to be in the same? Why is it so weird? But you know what, bro? It was niche, but now I think like people understand like this genre is literally like every game is being influenced. Like, bro, a fucking Assassin's Creed got stamina bars and parrying systems. Come on,
that's
ridiculous.
True.
it's definitely good to play, even though it's the remake, to play what started the Soulsborne genre and what influenced a lot of games that are out today. You know what I mean? And fantastic game. Love it.
I think I said it live on stream. I was like, bro, like even though I died a bunch like during the entire stream of it, I was like, bro, I beat this. I didn't even beat Neo 2 because I was bored with the shit.
Yeah.
Please hit the like button, guys. Shout out to the Ravenflow for reminding peeps. Appreciate it, as well as Racer.
Yeah, hit the like button.
And people like a lot of people tell me too, like, oh man, this game. Why do you like torture? This game is torture. Is like, I tell them, you don't know how it feels to like die a bunch to a boss and then you finally beat it.
Yeah, the euphoria.
Like, yeah, or like you get this one weapon that you really want to use, so you grind and farm souls to get to your stats to carry that one weapon and that armor, and you're just like, oh, look at my character looks fucking bad, like a fucking tank, dude. You know what I mean? I love that.
I got a question. I got the blue blood sword, right? I created it. The first thing I did is create it. You know, I don't know why I'm regretting it, but now I realize with the glitch, you know, wow, if I want to run through a couple of things and, you know, farm a little bit, that's great. But the thing is, you need that soul for 2 spells as well. From Saint and from, what's her name? The witch over the area. So damn it, right? So now that's 2 boss weapons, 2 boss souls that you need. So you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta play the game regardless twice, 3 times. I'm gonna have to play it 3 times, damn it.
Yo, Lionel, I didn't even beat it, bro. You know, after that part, I think it's like the ferret that like spins and does the cyclone.
Oh, that boss is crazy.
After I beat that boss, I put the damn game down. And I just hadn't touched it. I was like, bro, it's more of the same, but it's like a half-assed attempt, in my honest opinion, because they're putting a big emphasis on countering with your ability.
That
I don't like that
double health bar thing. I was
it's like I don't like
I didn't like it.
But honestly speaking, overall, it was nice to talk about games and the gaming community that we're in, and actually games that we beat. But whatever. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and end it here, guys.
You say that like it's so rare, Luca.
It is rare. It is rare.
It really is, though. It really is.
It is. No, it is.
Yeah.
So no, this was fun. Thanks for having me on here.
Yeah, thanks so much for offering
well.
your time in order to be on my stream. I really do appreciate it. And everyone who came through, even if, you know, Racer's like, yeah, I don't even know anything about this stuff. But, you know, I stayed. I'm like, I appreciate you, boo. And, you know, shout out to Lionel saying, listen, Luca, I just want to remind you that I played the game on Fractured Mode. He's told me 16 times. Okay. He keeps reminding me. I know, boo. You're a beast. You're a beast. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, no, the Demon Souls fan base can be bad, but I personally like to go into it by helping people. I like helping people. Thanks, Jed. I appreciate it, brother. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, the Ravenflow. I think you might like the games, to be honest. But yes, beat games, not people. Yes, please beat games and not people, guys.
Everybody check out Hustle. He's live streaming, by the way.
Is he still live streaming?
I don't know.
No, I think he stopped.
Is he off?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was planning to watch him.
Hustle, I think you should get back on the stream, dog.
Because my tab is still up and I just clicked it and it says 2 hours
Give us something to watch, damn it.
Yeah. All right, let's get the fuck out of here, dog. You guys want to link or shout out your channels or anything?
Okay. Do you mind if I shout out my podcast channel as well?
What?
Okay. You can find me. What's up? Appreciate Luca having me on. My name's Alton. You guys can find me at twitch.tv/runaway_shark. You can also check out our podcast. I'm a host of a podcast, the Disrespected Podcast, on Twitch and on YouTube. Appreciate it.
All right, Erica?
Yeah. Go watch my podcast. I just had it this Saturday. We had Mooch on there. It was really good. Really good time. We were talking about podcasting and streaming and kind of like what we go through. And I love talking about that stuff. I think it's good to hear too. So my channel, Erica's for the Win. You can find me pretty much everywhere with that name. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for having me, Luca.
Of course, Ryan.
Yeah, Big Claw Gaming everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, you name it. Good stream.
All right, Blaze.
I guess I'll plug the podcast. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Blaze 4K. Check out RGT on Fridays at 5 p.m. God damn it, Big Cloud. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely check us out on Friday, RGT. And thank you for having me, everybody. Thank you, Luca.
Yeah, of course. Love talking souls with y'all. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Peace, guys.
Bye.